Shalom, shalom. Wise Solid speaking. Hopefully everyone's well. I'm giving you all a chance to get in here. Today I want to explain a very deep thing, mainly to the younger generation. My generation should already know better, but also visit the website upscaleknowledge.org, rwiservant.org. Peace and wisdom, Sean Fletcher. Let me know if I'm clear, please. I'm going to start in about 30 seconds. Like I said, visit the website. Check out the merch. It's a deep thing. But y'all already know that. Now, I want to say this before I begin. The way to becoming wise is by walking the path of righteousness. Now, righteousness, I apologize. Like I said, righteousness. This is when you're right in your ways. And so, when I say right in your ways, I mean mentally, emotionally, and physically. This is what it is to be righteous. Righteous has nothing to do with religion, meaning if you're religious, you're not righteous, you're religious. If you're a cult follower, you're that. If you're into spirituality, you're that. None of those things have anything to do with righteousness. And righteousness is the way of the wise. You can say it's the religion of the wise. Righteousness. Being right in your way. And so being right in your way is dependent on balance, which is fair, and honor, which is basically honesty, truth, meaning being truthful. And so any situation you go into, any perspective that you choose to have, so you get it, you make sure you're being balanced, meaning you make sure you're being fair. Whether it's a situation that you're judging, or just perspective-wise, meaning if you're looking at something, if you're balanced in your way, you will get the truth out of the matter. If you let your perspective, kind of sway to your biasness, this is your own perspective, your bias. Well, the mind will go that way. Salam, shalom, white black disciples. Channel is for intellectuals. Peace and wisdom. Now, let's begin. Peace and wisdom, Sean Fletcher. What did he say? I didn't read it all. You said, wow, now you're making me want to bring it back. Hold on. Let me bring it back. Hold up. Did I pass by too fast? Let's see. Give me a second, everyone. I'm going to begin shortly. Hey, what did he say? I missed. I tried to bring it back, but yeah, you have a lot of goofiness in the daytimes. You have envy problems in today's times. This is for those of y'all that's envious. Y'all attack y'all envy. Of course, not worth the time. I already know that. But most people attack their envy. In that they take themselves on a course of like forever bitterness. A person's envy has to do with them not being happy where they are in life or, with themselves. And if you're young, you'll kind of see that as you grow up. Meaning you're 18 now, let's say when you're 28, 30. Well, you have friends and people that's your age bracket, and I'm sure y'all all have like a perspective of yourselves of what y'all gonna be. You get my point? Maybe you see yourself as going to the NBA, the next person, this thing, that thing, a rapper. You get my point? When you get that age, 28, 30, and it start going beyond that, everybody not going to be what they had in mind or even begin that path. And so you get it? People begin to beat themselves up internally. I guess it's because of their perspective of what they think people think they're supposed to be. You get my point? And so from there, most people are not going to direct that to self and say, I have to get myself together and, just get to a place where I want to be. They project it out. And so they look for things to bicker about that truly has nothing to do with their reality. And a lot of y'all are on that course. I have nothing to do with it. But you get it? You kind of keep coming here, seeking out whatever problem you have, kind of convincing yourself we're having a back and forth. If I explain something to you, it's for you to have clarity, so you ain't got to feel like shit, every damn day. But people like what they like. Peace and wisdom, love, happiness. Now let's get to this deep content. When you're dealing with wisdom, the word I'm speaking of, that word wisdom, is thrown around loosely in today's times. Kind of like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's thrown around loosely in today's times. Wisdom, that word, y'all be like, this person's wisdom or that person's wisdom. Y'all have y'all weird vernacular. I mean in that way when I say the word is thrown around loosely. Only a wise person has wisdom. Everybody doesn't have wisdom. Wisdom is something maybe you'll get to. Most people don't. But wisdom is the spoken words of a wise person. A smart person's words is their own. I suppose they're smart. A foolish person's words is their own. I suppose it's the speech of a fool, but you get my point? Wisdom ain't something that everybody have. Y'all are confusing wisdom with knowledge. Knowledge is information. Information that coincides with knowing or truth. Of course, you have information that ain't all true. But the information that is accurate, so this is knowledge. But that has nothing to do with wisdom. Wisdom is something that comes from self. It's an experience thing. Information is just information. You follow? In that, I don't know why y'all have a desperation in today's times, like y'all have like a fad in today, where being wise is some cool thing. I suppose it's because of me. I'm the coolest. But y'all have this weird thing. I don't get it. In that, y'all like 18, 19, 20. And you get it? Y'all think y'all wise, and it's like, why? Just wait till you get there. If you get there, you do. It's almost like, I don't know. You have YouTube. This is the attention thing, attention box. And everybody's on YouTube and online battling for attention. In that, y'all young, y'all mimicking whatever y'all think is a is an avenue for you to get attention. Wisdom isn't something you should play with in regards to your own brain. You have to understand the ego. You have to understand the full glass. Once you tell yourself you wise, you're not gonna get wise. You're not gonna get any more information. If you're 19, 20, 25, 30, and you got it in your mind to the point where you're publicly speaking whatever you think you know. I'm making it clear. If you go public, that means you really believe something is wise about you. Nobody embarrass themselves like that. You follow? Most people be like, I think I'm wise in discussion behind the scenes. But if I told a lot of y'all, go on the big stage and spread up your wisdom, most of y'all will lose your courage, or you will feel like, nah, I'm not. I ain't that well versed. And so I'm saying like that, if you go public, you obviously think you're wise. Now the point I'm making is this: once you get to a point where you view yourself as wise, which is to say you're full, you're whole, how you gonna receive anything else? The mind is like that. It will shut down once it reaches its pinnacle. I put a post up not too long ago. I said, well, not that one before that, but I was explaining to women, a lot of women, they convince themselves they're grown like 13, 14, 15, 16. And this is when y'all have babies. And this is when the consciousness kind of closes. Can't fill a glass anymore once it's full. And you get my point? You have a lot of women parading around still in their 17-year-old mind. They still have traumatic experiences or perspectives from that age that they hold on to. Let's say when you were 17, you grow up too fast, and that your perspective be a little tarnished because you view things how you do from your immature mind. Now let's say you got bitterness towards this person or that person from those times when you were seeing things from your immature mind, but you still see those things how they are now. You get my point? When you grow up too fast, you make yourself grown. Experience and whatever you see during that time, being as though you view self as grown. Do you get it? You hold on to it, it scars you how you do, and you move forward stuck in those times. That happens because you grew up too fast. When you're young, you fall, you get back up. You don't have that much pride or shame with it. As you get older, you fall, sit there, rub your knee a bit, look around, make sure nobody was looking. And you know, once you get grown, shit, if you fall, it might be the end of the world in regards to your pride. And so I'm trying to help some of y'all to grasp, if you're young, you don't want to play with wisdom or pretend like you wise, because then you're going to stunt yourself to whatever age you're at when you told yourself that. And so you want to be young as long as you can. Or at least you want to have the mindset, you know? You're learning until you get to that place where you kind of notice not coming across people truly wiser than me anymore. You follow? This is when you'll know, like, I think wisdom's like this. You're dumb, so you blend in with everything. I'm telling you from my perspective. I was young and dumb, so I blend in with everything in life and society. Start to get a little wiser. You start to notice, like, some people is dumb. Not dumb in a negative way, but just dumb in comparison to self. So you say, damn, they're not growing. You get it? The perspective is not evolving. We grown now. We got different responsibilities and, you know, a different kind of life. And that, the perspective change. But some people stay. And you start growing more and more. And you get to a place where you start to realize I'm not coming in contact with nobody that's wiser than I am. This is not from an ego perspective, meaning some of y'all will get lost in your ego and you say, yeah, ain't nobody wiser than me. I'm speaking from a seeking wisdom perspective. You're wise, or you're growing in your wisdom, or in your reaching that place to be wise, you're growing towards it. But you're seeking, more and more wisdom. You're not going about it from an egotistical thing. You're going about it from I need to learn. Not truly knowing, oh, I've already reached. You get my point? I'm speaking like that. You seeking wisdom, you just seeking wisdom. Think of if you training in boxing anything. You don't know the moment that you're good. The moment you become good, you realize it after that. You're like, oh, I'm kind of good now. I just been training, so I ain't been paying any mind like that. Same if you work out. You just working out because you want to get healthy. You don't pay attention to the results. In that, over time, you say, damn, I'm getting a little, everything looking like it's supposed to. But the point I'm making is when you growing in wisdom or becoming wise, you reach the place where you realize can't I can't find anything anymore. You get it? To water my plant, so to say. Of course, you always have nature. This is when, most wise men kind of separate from this society, go out into nature, and you get it? You can pull wisdom from there, I suppose, forever. But in regards to people in life, you get to a point where you realize everything that man know ain't even accurate. You follow? And that, all y'all know have to do with television. Let's say you say, man, Solace, I believe in aliens, and you tripping, bro. Aliens is real. You seen aliens on television. You say somebody got footage on their phone of an alien, but you're not gonna see their phone. You're just gonna see the footage on your television. You follow? Everything y'all know and everything y'all see is a television matter. And y'all are not aware that y'all are becoming separated from reality, nature, real life. You say you believe in whatever you say you believe in or you know. I guarantee if you reflect, it come from TV. Something you saw on television. And so you get my point? A lot of people never become aware of the self, the actions of self, to make the adjustments so they can reach that higher plateau, so to say, of consciousness. And so, if you're somebody on a path of wisdom, path of righteousness, this is to be right in your ways. Become aware of those things. If you're young and you're playing this wise game, you're gonna dumb yourself out. A lot of people have already done that. And I see y'all. Y'all ain't, y'all struggling. Now let's get to the wisdom, the knowledge. Shanika Smith. Why can't I be me? I'm just asking some of y'all. I need to shave on. Y'all's face dirty. Nah, I need to shave, blood. I like to let y'all see me as a baby. I come in here one day with a full beard, gray. Y'all be like, who the hell is that? They say, blood, I'm old. Well, I know there's shit in the woods, but I personally never seen it except for on TV. Stephen Hill, you said, well, I know bears, shit in the woods, but personally, I have never seen it except for on television. Now, what I'm about to say is to show you where you are intellectually. You follow? You explaining to me that you've never seen a bear shit except on television makes my point more. I said everything y'all know come from TV, and y'all are disconnected from nature in reality. There's bears shitting in nature in reality right now, but like you said, man, I only seen that on television. As if that discredits what I said. It don't. It make my point more. And so these are the things I mean. Meaning, many of y'all told yourselves y'all know everything a long time ago. In that, you don't even make no sense when debating someone or trying to discredit them. You get it? You're helping with my point, which is to say y'all don't know nothing outside of TV. Not even that big shit in the woods. According to you, you only seen it on TV. And so you get my point? All starts with awareness, self-reflecting, acknowledging these things. Y'all will say dumb things, but y'all don't want to acknowledge it's dumb. In that, do you get my point? It's kind of like fixing the self or making the self stuck on that dumb. Because you start to defend it. Like, no, I ain't dumb. You read it wrong or this or that. You ain't gotta laugh at blood, but it's a deep thing. If some of y'all become aware, you'll see like you're like way behind. You don't even have the awareness to know like that's not sufficient. I'm helping him to make his point, but I'm trying to go against him. Meaning you said what you said, I guess to justify how y'all know things in today's times, which is just through television. When I was growing up, television was what it was. Fake and a lie. In today's times, it's real to y'all. Why? I don't know. You say Southwest, they got real aliens and footage of it. Then you show me it on TV. You don't show me a person's phone and say, look, they caught it on this phone. I have to see it on TV, like whether you're talking YouTube or whatever. But I have to see it on TV. Not the actual proof. If you tell me you got footage of an alien, you're not going to give me the phone that got the alien on it when you recorded it on that device. We going to see whatever they recorded on their device on TV. In that, do you get it? It's not real. It's a television show. If it's real, just show us. And so like I said, you have those who worship lie. And they speak lie. And they try to get others to believe in the lie. You have those that worship belief. And they speak belief and try to get others to believe. Then you have those that have truth, and that's what they worship. And that's that, which is the reality of things. You get my point? And so, a lot of y'all have to get to a place where, you get it? You kind of get real. Your experiences is your own, and another's is their own. And if they can't show you the proof of this experience, then you get my point? It's nothing for you to promote along. It's just their experience. Let them do it. I say that because when y'all promote other people's experiences or their words, and it's proven wrong, then you become the defendant of it. Not because you made it up, but because you already professed it. And this is how people stay stuck, you know? And they're dumb, as I call it. You know, when I ask you guys, like, if you have any questions, ask, you know, pertaining to wisdom. It gets silent because y'all don't know nothing but gossip from TV. You follow? If I'm lying, ask a question right now that pertains to knowledge of some sort, a deep one. Now, most of y'all gonna lose y'all courage in the moment. Don't let my continuing to talk. Write the comment, write the question. But I'm helping some of y'all to see. Y'all are lost in everything that is unjust. Have nothing to do with righteousness or one becoming wise. It have something to do with, one dumbing themselves out. Then when y'all come into the presence of wisdom, do you get my point? Or truth, and when you get all jittery and strange inside, where y'all start, doing dishonorable things, and it's because of that. Otherwise, write something down. Smooth Sade said, do you believe? Which one of you guys asked something? Oh, D and Heat said, do you believe in God? I'm going to answer your question in a minute, Smooth Sade. I believe in God. I mean, you're asking, do I believe in God? Use this as a reference to see where you are intellectually, meaning my answer. Use it to reflect on yourself so you see where you at. Belief, meaning you ask somebody, do you believe in something? You're basically acknowledging you don't have the truth. You follow? If you say, do you believe in God? That's basically to ask me, do I believe something I was told, but I don't have the truth or the proof of it? Otherwise, I wouldn't ask, do you believe? I would say, do you know? Notice that. Y'all use the word know. You say, hey, Solace, man, you know about that ancient Egypt knowledge? Hey, Solace, you up on that, blah, blah, blah? But when it come to y'all God, then y'all bring it back to believe. Like, do you believe? Forgetting believe just got to do with hearsay, and you're choosing to accept that hearsay or not. It don't have nothing to do with a fact. Now, when you get to God, you're supposed to know God. It's not a matter of you believing, which is hoping some hearsay is right. It's something that you're supposed to know. And so, do you get my point? To ask me, do I believe in God? No, I got a real relationship with God, but most people lost on whatever they lost on. They never evolved beyond belief. They say when I die, I'll know if my beliefs is true or not. You're going to know your beliefs is true or not when you tap into the reality in any moment you choose to. Say, I believe in Jesus. Cool. In any moment you decide you want to tap into reality and say, man, 2,000 years passed. This is technically hearsay. Nothing has happened like that. Most people think, well, if I die, then the truth will be revealed to me. Your brain is your own brain. And it's going to believe whatever it believes until you decide to change it. In that, if you die believing in this or believing in that, you're going to be believing in it still. Just like if you go to sleep and have a dream, and your brain is your brain. Your mind is your mind. And so you get my point? Things don't boil you down to belief. And a lot of y'all need to get there, meaning when you come here seeking wisdom, you get my point? You got to let the mind start to get sharpened. I've been teaching for 9 years now. Do somebody believe in God should never be a question here, truly. I should already have some sort of a relationship with God. God being that unseen force that, controls everything. If you lost, you get pulled into unconscious sleep. You get brought out of it. You have no control of that. You got ego. So maybe you say, no, I do. You got as much control over real life as you do of yourself going in and out of sleep. So this is a lesson for those of y'all that's lost into like astrology and aligning yourself with the stars and this thing or that thing, where you're trying to get a control over your life or control how things turn out for you. You wasting your time. You got as much control over that as you do falling into sleep and waking up from it. Now, in regards to falling into sleep and waking up from it, and one trying to control their life, so it's one and the same. You have ego. And your ego can make you feel like, no, I woke myself up. I set the alarm clock and I can fight sleep, and you get it. But overall, you get my point? You're going to get pulled into sleep when you do, and you're going to be released from it if you do. And ain't none of this got nothing to do with you. You don't have real control, just a false sense of it. If you understand what I said about sleep and waking up, then you'll grasp that. Oh, he's right. I don't really have a control when I fall into unconsciousness or is released from it. But it happens so often that I kind of think I do almost. Y'all could be knocked out right now. You say ain't nobody around me to knock me out, Solace. People faint all the time for no reason. You don't have no control. But the ego gonna make you think whatever you want. And that, do you get my point? Y'all falling into fake teachings and all kind of things. That's just raising your ego. Not the wisdom or the conscious, the awareness of self. It's just raising the ego. And so it's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom. Be here. Get your membership and get your mind on truth. Truth and belief is two different things. I could tell you all day, do you believe me? Why do you need to believe me? Why can't I just give you the proof and the truth of a thing? You follow? That's any situation in life. If you left to believe in hope, do you get my point? You're not on the side of truth. You're kind of the servant of lie, or the end result of one who comes into contact with the liar. And we having people who are now. Smooth Sade, you said, do you believe Dr. York was spreading lies when he was teaching? I believe Dr. York is like y'all. Y'all think y'all wise and y'all not. You follow? This is not my opinion. That's why I always say the door is open. If you think you wise, come test your sword here. If you don't get frustrated and start, you get my point? Meaning most of y'all, that's your proof right there. You're not even emotionally there. Before you can get wise, you got to have emotional control. This is what's going to determine if you be biased in your way. You know, your perspective. You ain't got no emotional control. You're going to take the side of your friend, your loved one. You're going to take the side of your own brain over another's if they're right. And so there has to be some sense of emotional control. If there's not, do you get my point? You're going to get lost on your biasness or your ego. And so everybody's wise when they're speaking to themselves or people who are not as wise as they are. And so like I said before, the door is open. Y'all have too much pride and ego. You know how I know that? Because y'all scared to test. Why my pride and ego? You get it? Y'all say Solace got pride and ego. Well, why I'm willing to lose? I say the door open, y'all can all come in. Y'all can even double team me. Why I don't have no shame in losing. I even give you everything to win. Make me lose. I want to see how it feels. Y'all got too much pride to grow. Y'all got too much pride to test yourselves. And so you get it? If you're a person on the path of wisdom or you think you wise, reflect on that. You'll come to see like, no, I got a little pride there, a little ego there where I don't want to step up and test the wisdom and lose in any way. You get my point? And the mindset gonna be that, and not, I'm just testing my sword to see how wise I'm getting. It's gonna be lose instead of that. And it all go to ego. You get my point? And so, Dr. York, like I said, it's like y'all. When Dr. York was teaching back when I was younger, he probably was younger than I am now. You follow? Meaning a lot of the people that y'all honor and hold in high regard, we talking teachers and things like that. Man, these people time was when they was in their 20s. Again, they wasn't old. How old was Malcolm X when he died? Blood wasn't like 40, was he? Wasn't Malcolm like in his 30s? Wasn't Martin Luther King like the same? That mean they was teaching in their 20s. That part. Brother Polite in jail. A lot of y'all look up the Brother Polite. He's a Yorkie. Y'all don't know him from now in his older years. I believe he close to my age, like 41, 42. Y'all not listening to him now. He in jail. Y'all gonna be honoring Polite from his 20s. Do you get it? Like that. Some of y'all are older than Dr. York was, or whoever you admire so much. You're older than they were when it was over, you know? And because we're not aware, or you're not aware of your growing and evolving, you still hold and admire people who are younger than you technically. The same with those of y'all that admire Tupac. He died at 25, 24. You 40. You're like, Tupac was wise. You should be way wiser than anything Tupac ever said thus far, because you're 40 now, and he died at 20-something. You could say, well, he was wise for his age. I wouldn't care how wise you are for your age. You should be nowhere near the intellect of a 40-year-old. But the society we live in, you can actually get that reality. Where a 22-year-old be wiser than a 50-year-old. And you know why? This thing. Y'all get lost on this thing. And that, you get my point? You get disconnected from reality. Society. Peace and wisdom, love, happiness. Say what you just said, but write it different. I didn't get what you said, really. Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill said, evil that you can't see shows off through music or artists. Example, Madonna means Mary or Mother of Christ. Drake was on stage with her and they kissed. Drake means dragon. Dragon kissing Mary. Get it? No. You're lost. You're lost in the first entertainment. Books, radio, then television. Now computer. But you get my point? This is the orders of entertainment. You know, the things that make man stupid. And so you get my point? You say, show me Jesus first, then show me his mother. When you come to realize that's all hearsay, and it ain't just you, but it's all of us, because ain't none of us can show this shit. We can only tell you, man, yeah, we all heard that, you know, this dude named Jesus had a mama named Mary. But in real life, show me that. You can't. You can't show me. And you wasn't there when this character, Jesus, was hanging on this cross with spit dripping off his eyelashes. If you're a Christian and you get mad when I say Jesus has spit on his face, it's because you never read the book. And maybe you never seen the Mel Gibson movie either. I don't know how y'all learned from TV. But they were spitting in his face. When people spit in your face, you know, it drips. St. Silas is disrespecting God. I don't even what y'all talking about. That's y'all text and y'all scholarship. I said that y'all scholarship is disrespecting God. And I made that point by saying your God is beat up on a cross with spit dripping off his face. Then you got mad. You said, Love Silas disrespecting God. Point made. Your religion is a disrespect to God. That's why when I said exactly what your religion said, you said he's disrespecting God. You're not never going to go against your religion, right or wrong. But if I do what your religion does, then you will say, like, I'm disrespecting God. So, point made. Your religion is a disrespect to God. This is why I don't have to alter anything. I can just say he was on a cross with spit dripping off his face. You say it in the book. You gonna say you don't say it was dripping off his face? Well, what does spit do? They spit oatmeal in his face? They spit Laffy Taffies in his face? So it just stuck right there? Something like that. Last time I checked, spit drip. It's a deep thing. Lively Cut said, don't ever disrespect Jesus again, or you don't have to see me personally. Chill, big baby. I don't want no problems. I don't want to see you personally. Sounds like a date. We gonna hands and look each other in the eye, and what are we gonna do? We gonna get zesty with it? We gonna get Burger King with it? A little zesty sauce? I'm gonna have a zest fiasco. But this ain't the place of diddiness. You looking for the diddler. You looking for the breadcrumbs that leads up to baggy booty, like when the booty hole all stretched out, it get baggy. I want no parts. I don't want no man talking about. I want to see you personally. Why? You the shout-out man and I... Is you the shout-out man and I borrow something, blah? Why you with it? Hold on. Hold on. What do you want? I want to have a discussion about Jesus. I ain't got no beef with Jesus, like I said. Christianity is a disrespect towards Jesus. I made that point by showing y'all can become disturbed if what your text says is said to you. And I do that because I know y'all don't read the text. In that, I just speak the text to y'all and y'all become disturbed because the religion y'all follow is quite disturbing when you're not brainwashed under it, you know? Try and rise. I said you'll find yourself in a bad place. Make that your last threat. Blind, deaf, and dumb. Meaning I just said some very deep things. For those of y'all that's watching, notice how he haven't really heard anything I said. He's on his accord. You follow? That's what a lie do to you. It infuriates you till you can't even hear. That's why the text said they will be blind, deaf, and dumb. It's not to say they can't see, hear, or speak. It's just to say when y'all come before truth, you get it? The ears don't work, the eyes don't work, and y'all don't speak right. And so hopefully you grasp that. Meaning those of y'all watching. If you go on the wrong path, blind yourself out truly. Meaning you blind yourself from seeing any truth or realness because you're on the opposite side. And you're going to always defend where you are until you're ready to get along with that side. You get my point? If you lost, a man could be beating a woman half to death. She'll defend him. This is a lot of y'all now. You with a man right now, he beat you half to death. He do you worse than Diddy did Cassie. But when you seen Diddy beat up Cassie, you had a flashback and you started, you know, saying fuck Diddy. But in regards to your situation, you stay quiet. When y'all not together no more, then you're gonna say something. The point I'm making is that y'all defend whatever side y'all on. It could be the side going down the drain. You could be the girl getting beat up every day. You gonna defend homeboy. If somebody whoop his ass, they going to jail. Not him, them. Some of y'all know situations like that. I know people that went to jail for those situations, defending somebody, a woman, from getting abused. And you get my point? You end up in a pokey, not the other person. Swift Real said peace and wisdom. If you really believe in Jesus, nobody that's a Christian really believes. I don't want to say that. Belief ain't nothing, so you get my point. You have those that believe for real, but most people don't. You'll come to see man just got this thing where he want to be safe. So he try to be cool with everything in life he can, but that ain't got nothing to do with loyalty. You get it? You can't be cool with everybody in anything in life and be loyal. How that work? That part. And so you can't cheat wisdom. You can't cheat anything. You have to get real. And so if you know in your heart you just following something just to follow, but you really ain't clear if it's true or not, just right there you in the wrong. Anything you think gonna happen beyond that moment, you stuck at that moment. You follow? Those of y'all say, no man, I believe in Jesus and this and that gonna happen. Nothing gonna happen to you for you until you get past your moment. That moment is, who told you belief was the truth? When's your mind confused the two? And when you done talking around in circles, I suppose you will be able to, move forward as a soul. But we speaking in y'all death. Stop at the moment of your first lie or your first accepting of a lie. And so you get my point? These matters go deeper than y'all know, but y'all are disconnected from reality, meaning y'all don't pay attention to reality and see the happenings. And that, y'all think y'all on the right side or something. Y'all be like, Solace, why you promoting honor so much and all these niggas is dishonorable and they benefiting and you ain't? How I ain't? And why they ain't around no more? Y'all better open y'all eyes. You get my point? Life ain't a moment. Everybody gonna have a moment. But are you gonna be around after it? Most people moment cost them their life. King Von, XXXTentacion, Tupac, and whoever else you know and can think of. They one little moment they've been waiting on their whole life cost them their whole life. And so you get my point? Why? Because they get lost in the moment. Tupac dead because he got lost in the moment. That moment being he got shot in the lobby of a studio. And because he didn't want to let that go, he dead. Nipsey Hussle, he dead because of a moment. In the not clearing up that moment, you get my point? And everybody else like that. They have a moment, and that moment becomes them. And so, hopefully some of y'all grasp. I missed some of y'all's statements and questions and things like that, but let me get to this video and then we can do this after. I'm already 50 minutes in. Deep jewels dropped, but we ain't getting nowhere. Now I'm a little thirsty. I'm a little parched. A little famished. My thirst. Give me a moment. I ain't going nowhere. With the iced tea. Yo, that gold peak got cracking, and I'm just trying to save some of y'all from my reality. Started drinking Gold Peak extra sweet. I've hooked about 3, 4 people on it. I don't even know if I should say anything now, but I'm gonna go peek at it. And I need help. And I need help. I'm not lying. This is addictive. Please let me know if you ever hear that they have a lawsuit against Gold Peak, because I definitely can get bread. I keep all my receipts for those because I know it's something. I've never tasted anything and got addicted to it. Maybe it's just a tea thing, because y'all addicted to tea and coffee in that same way. And so I suppose if you make it cold, that ain't gonna change anything, right? I never thought of that. Because y'all addicted to Starbucks and shit like that. And it make me wonder how that happened, but I forgot. Coffee and tea is addictive. And if you put it in the refrigerator and make it cold, it's not going to really change the effect. In that, you get it? Maybe they're not doing anything to it, and I just tapped into y'all world, because I don't drink coffee and none of these things. I never picked up those habits. Like I said, I never really picked up any habits. Of course, y'all know I smoke marijuana, but outside of that, I never really picked up any habits. Like, the drinking coffee, the cycles things. I never deal with none of those things. Iced tea, I never really drink iced tea. I always drink orange juice. Anybody know me, they'll tell you, like, Blood is a weirdo. He just drank orange juice with pop in it. You get it? I start drinking that iced tea. It's a deep thing. You've been drinking it too, right? I spoke to my boy. He told me he heard me talking about it and he tried it. And no lie, I got in his car. He had the bottles, empty ones all over. I said, that shit got something in it. I challenge any of y'all that never seen this, Gold Peak, get one. Make sure it's the extra sweet. It have to be that one. And then drink it. And I guarantee you're going to be like, Solace, I kept having it in my mouth like I needed to taste it again. There is nothing I ever taste like that. Where it do that to you, you Golden Peak. I think so. Tell you. It made a Tropicana. I drank the cheap shit. Come on with that low budget. I'm just playing to each his own. You feel me? I don't mind. Coming in here, you talking about Tang? I don't know nobody drink gel juice, brother. I don't. Huh? Coming in here bringing up the low budget stuff. You talking about that Kool-Aid? No. No, I'm not talking about Tang or Kool-Aid. I'm not talking about the iced tea you bought from Family Dollar that come in a pack and it's powder. Drink supplement drinks and things that's powder. Powder ain't liquid. I don't care if you add water to some shit that don't make it liquid. You can add water to doo-doo and turn it into a brown liquid. You get it? That's still doo-doo. This generation, y'all sick. Now let's get to the deep jewels. If any of you guys want to give back, of course I believe in balance. Coming here to get wisdom, make sure you give back for these deep jewels. You get my point? Y'all minds be going off course. Your ego kicking, y'all be thinking y'all super wise till you come here and you realize, no, I got a lot of work. I got a lot of fixing the perspective that need to be done. And so you get my point? During the midst of y'all growing and getting a little wiser, it's a lot of abuse involved. I'm sure y'all seen niggas coming in here acting a fool, disrespecting. So you get my point? Be sure to make sure you give back. Life is a balance. You can't be a good person. You only good with your experiences. You get my point? All I have to say for most of y'all is whatever my experience is with you. But I'm sure you'll say like, no, I'm a person. Well, you wasn't fair with me. Whatever else you did, I can't speak for that. A good person is good all around the board. They fair and balanced and good all around the board, not just with whoever they say. And so you get my point? Path of righteousness. A lot of y'all have to learn that. Now let's get into the deep jewels. This generation is being influenced to believe that drugs, preferably psychedelics, is a means or a way to connect with God. If you young, you know that's your perspective, or you heard something that have you thinking in that way, like psychedelic drugs, DMT, ayahuasca. A lot of y'all view it like, man, if I take that, man, I might find God, or y'all being influenced to believe, like I said, psychedelics and hallucinogens is a means to become connected with God. A lot of y'all believe psychedelics is a spiritual thing. Y'all don't even view it as like drugs. Y'all don't view Terence McKenna as a drug addict out of his mind. Y'all view Terence McKenna as somebody that was, I don't know. Y'all are kind of sick to me, but to each his own. But like I said, y'all view psychedelics and hallucinogens as a means or a way for you to connect with God. Y'all view it as like a spiritual thing. Of course, y'all don't know what spirituality is, and I'm about to explain. But I want to say this. When you think drugs is a medium or a way for you to connect with God, your moral compass is broke, or it never was. Because that don't make no sense. If you somebody that took mushrooms, DMT, or any psychedelic or hallucinogenic drug, and you viewed it in that way, like I'm going on a spiritual journey, or I'm gonna meet this deity or that deity, your moral compass is broke. You being pure and perfected in your ways is your way to God. What will make you think tampering with drugs is a means to connect with God? And so I'm saying that because those of y'all that took psychedelics and hallucinogens, man, you're thrown off. Use that as something to reflect on. In the right mind state, you would never think nothing like that. But somehow you do a little bit. Like, yo, I could connect with God if I take DMT. Why do you think that? Now, those of y'all that's sober, y'all hear me, y'all say, yeah, that makes sense to me. But to a person that popped DMT or something like that, the mind is altered now. They say, nah, I think that was right. They think the entity they see when they're high on drugs is good or truth. Anybody sober say, man, if you use a drug and it make you see stuff that everybody else can't see, then it snapped you out of reality. And so their reality start to get crossed to where they say, no, that's real too. Only thing real is you took drugs. And you're probably going to be addicted to it and defending it. And so you get my point? It goes deep. Now let me help some of y'all out. Spirituality. Lil Rush says shrooms can get you closer to enlightenment. That's what I mean. God and enlightenment, I will view these two things as one. You get my point? And to be fair, let's just say God is the pinnacles of enlightenment. What would make a person think taking mind-altering drug will make you enlightened or your perception or perspective heightened? Keep in mind, everything I'm talking about got to do with truth. I ain't saying you enlightened because you got information from somebody, but the information being accurate and just You can get accurate information that ain't good. It's evil and it ain't no use for it. But I'm talking about the just things, the accurate things, the right way. What will make you think popping shrooms, which is to get high, is to way to getting enlightened? Wouldn't you think like you sober is the closest you gonna get to becoming enlightened? Meaning I would think your mind would at least need to be sober and cleared out so you can kind of get a perspective of reality. According to his brain, Little Rush got to be young because his name Little Rush. And so this video is direly important to the young. Y'all are being influenced to believe that psychedelic drugs is going to bring you to God. And a lot of y'all already took the psychedelic drugs. And so you get it? What you saying got to do with defending where you are already. But in all truth, I'm sure you got a moral compass to know if you're taking a drug that alters the state of your mind, what are we talking about? How can you associate that with your being clear-minded and enlightened? I'm sure enlightened have to do with one being clear-minded. That part, y'all lost y'all way, man. Said I'm a man with pretty feet when I used to hit them shrooms. I'm going to take a little sip of this drugs that I'm on. This is crazy. But they had a collar on like, this is dumb. Woo, this dudes! Let me make sure y'all pick up one of these fly hats because it protects my mind. This level of stupidity it will bring you to the lows of the lows, but it don't really disturb me because I have like my magic hat and I have a magic yoga mat y'all can purchase. They're magic. Be sure to get one. You're gonna go up and crush it. Why he erased it? Whoever erased the feet comment. Oh, there you go. He said I did shrooms once and I saw trees breathing. My man did angel's dust. We live in different times. So like I said, they're influencing this generation to think hallucinogens and psychedelics is a means to connect with God. But when we was growing up, if you my age, niggas on that PCP water and that angel's dust, you get my point? We wasn't looking at them like that. And they wasn't using it for that purpose. And so most of y'all, you get it? Y'all kind of done. You get my point? But you have to become aware of that. Now, spirituality. For those of y'all that's on y'all path of spirituality, or you think you are, this is those of y'all that's lost into astrology, this thing, that thing, and it's associated with spirituality in some way, or it's presented to you in that way, like it's spiritual. Those of y'all lost in spirituality do not realize that spirituality is spirit worship. And spirit worship is demon worship. Meaning in the past, spirits and demon, or daemon, is one and the same word. It wasn't something different. And so do you get my point? Those of y'all that's getting lost in the spirituality, you're getting lost into demon worship, which is an old thing. When you're dealing with spirit worship or demon worship, the way to the demons is through the substance. If you lost in the daytime, y'all use psychedelics, then y'all be like, I seen this entity and that entity. Cool. Now, when you're dealing with demon worship or spirituality, spirit worship, the way to find the spirits or to reach them is through the substances. And so, do you get my point? Y'all start off doing y'all astrology and my birth chart is this and aligning yourself with the stars and all that. And then at some point it becomes, oh, you should take shrooms, DMT, some type of psychedelic. And from there, y'all be gone, completely disconnected from reality. And so before you take the shrooms or DMT because somebody told you your birth chart and all that nonsense, I want to ask all of y'all, who made the calendar? That part. You say, I use my birth chart or my birth sign to see things for myself, like to foresee things for yourself. The birth date you got for yourself ain't real. The months we have, which your birth date is a part of, they have to do with the constellations of the stars up above. And you have different constellations that reign up above over our head for different months, so to say. And so our month system is basically the constellations up above. We in what, November? What are we in, November? Who's a November baby? I forget which sign is November. Sagittarius or something? But the point I'm making, watch your mouth, OG soft body. This ain't the place for that. A lot of y'all need to get that through your head. Stop coming in here trying to get my attention on dirty street. Retard. You get my point? This is not the place for that. I'm not the age for that. And more than anything, this ain't the place for that, even if I was. And so stop coming in here stupid like that. That is, it's disgusting at this point. Meaning stop associating me with the streets. When I was young, I was in the streets. Stop coming here trying to impress me with street stuff and tough talk and all of that. You get my point? I'm past that age. Whatever you lost in and you get it? Remove me from street stuff. Some of y'all sitting around waiting for some street shit to happen. It ain't. You're delirious. I'm 42-year-old grandfather. Whoever my age, they like the same. I don't know you young niggas. Y'all don't know me? That part. Snap out of dumb. When I was in my 20s and teenagers, you get it? I was in the streets like a lot of people. End of story. It wasn't a transition from that to this. You get my point? I went from the streets to having to work a 9-to-5 job doing dumb shit like I could have did to begin with. You get it? And that's every street nigga's story. He do everything he do in the street so he can end up in jail or wherever he end up to then start back at square one where he got to get a job. He could have did that at 18. And so if you're a young person about to go that path when you go into the streets, well, I say then I don't want to get a job at McDonald's. I never did. Please don't associate me with, I'm just giving y'all examples. Because I see y'all like to make realities for me. I just went to jail and hit rock bottom and was at McDonald's. No. I have talents. I can type 80 words a minute, so you get it? But that ain't gonna be everybody's reality, so I like to make everything, you know. I teach now, I do it right, but that ain't everybody's reality that I came in the streets with. So we need to talk about the overall reality. I say that because y'all already got enough examples of niggas being in the streets and then forgetting, like, the people they came up with, a lot of them fell to the wayside and they just one of many. You get it? They the one that made it out of the many that fell. And so y'all all go into these environments with the thoughts that you gonna be the one. And nobody look at theyself like I'm gonna be the many that get washed off by the wayside. And so it ain't worth it. You right, Lil Rush. You said there's 40-plus-year-old gangsters out here, but it don't have nothing to do with me. You follow? And so, just make sure you don't want to be the 40-year-old gangster out here. Because if you do, you don't belong here. Anybody that come here, I'm looking for you to grow. I don't care if you a gangster with a pistol on you right now. I'm looking for you to grow. When you become self-aware, you start making the best decisions That's going to manifest things you want to live out later instead of things you don't. You get desperate, you do like the moment. I want this now and I don't care, and you're not thinking for later. In that, you planting seeds that you ain't going to want to live out later instead of planting seeds that you do. You can go to college, you can go get a trade, you can do any type of thing to plant a good seed that will manifest for you later. Yeah, when you go to college that first day, you ain't going to get a degree and be able to get a good job, but later. Same way when you step foot into that streets that first day. You're not going to go to jail that first day and get shot all in your head or whatever. That's later. But you get my point? The seeds is being planted on both sides. And so if you young, be smart. Life is seed and soil. That's how you came to be. Your daddy bust seed into your mother's soil. That's her menstrual waters. You know, that period blood, that nasty stuff. That's soil on a liquid level of life. You get it? You got air, liquid, and matter. On the liquid levels or the liquid planes of life, that's the spiritual, that's soil. You was planted into that soil, and that's how you heal. Just like the flower you see or anything else you see. A seed was planted in the dirt, and so it don't stop. Meaning the things you do, so it's the same. The whole reality is seed and soil. You follow? You came to be because of seed and soil, and every aspect of your reality is seed and soil. From you eating, so on and so forth. Meaning your eating and being sustained have to do with seed and soil. You say, no, it don't. The animals hunt their meat. Yeah, but they came into existence like you. Menstrual blood and seminal fluid. Seed and soil. The foundations of everything is seed and soil. And that stay like that. The words you speak now, they seed. And whoever is they going into is the soil. If the words be good, so the manifestation later of that be good. If not, do you get it? Beef and hardship or whatever the case. But if you're young, you got to grasp nature, man. That's your only shot at understanding life. Seed and soil. I'm not off course. We're still on the same subject. But I just want to give y'all that jewel if you're young. Life is that. And that, you pay attention to where you plant. When you're speaking, when you're doing, whatever the case may be. Even your physical actions. They seeds in the moment. Make sure those actions is going to manifest later. Whatever you do, it's never a right now thing. You follow? And so always look at it like everything is coming on the back end. Whatever you're doing now, it's a back end thing. And whatever you're receiving of right in this moment is from something that preceded this moment. You follow? Some of y'all are getting things that you wanted 4 years ago. And you live in the reality that you actually asked for 4 years ago, but you never realized when you got it. And so you've been living this reality all this time, forgetting, damn, I actually asked for this in that moment that I was going through that. You have to become aware of self. Get into the flow of nature or life. All you can do is worship the devil in this world or society. There is nothing else you can worship. Outside of that, you can perfect the self, evolve into your higher self. Everybody have their low self and their high self. You could be a bum on the corner right now on the worst drug you could think of, ashy and dirty. That's the potentials of your lowest self. Worse than that, but you get it? I'm just giving you an example. Then we all have the potential of the glorious, beautiful thing we can be. You get it? Let's say you a street nigga right now with a pistol on you. Imagine yourself with a nice tailor-made suit on, sitting in the office right now with real business. It pays just like your street stuff. More or less so. Get it? You on the right track and doing the right things, and you get my point, not having no problems with the law, this thing or that thing. Like that. That's your higher self, living a balanced life, keeping everything honest. You're keeping everything honest, so you keep all the dirt that come with lie out your mix. You get it? Ain't no dirt with the truth, but when you're dealing with lie, it get dirty, it get messy. You avoid that, you avoid problems. And so you get my point? Life is simple, but like I said, y'all lost in the television and things like that. And that is a deep thing. Now let me finish this video. Like I said, I'll get to what you're speaking of. I didn't even see your question, OG Softbody, but write it again, and when I finish, I'll answer. Now, like I said, spirituality, this is a spirit or demon summoning thing. Spirit worship. They go hand in hand. And you find the spirit through the substances. Now, like I always explain, in the past, you have your many different substances, liquids. But let's just deal with the drug ones. You have your many different drug substances and chemicals as well. And the way to reach every spirit in the practice, so let's say you got 72 demons or spirits in the spirit worshiping practice. This is spirituality. You need to know the right recipe to reach each spirit. So let's say you have to mix this drug with that drug and that drug to reach this demon. And mixing this drug with that drug and this chemical will bring you to that demon. Remove chemical, just drugs. When you're dealing with the chemicals, this is your pseudo demon. I mean like your fake demon, but you get my point? And so I don't want you to get lost where you think like, how is the demons drugs? The demons ain't drugs. Y'all take the drugs to get to them. You need an example? Y'all take mushrooms and DMT to get to these entities that y'all seeking out. In that, do you get it? It's not to say that the drug is the demon, but that's how you get there. You can't get there no other way. If I tell you go back to DMT realms where you seen those entities, you don't know how. You say they locked and bound to that. Like, wherever they at, you got to take that to get there now. And then you'll be there with them for a time, and that's how that works. If I ask the DMT person, do you know why that is? They gonna tell you, no, I don't know why that is. That's just how it is. I'm saying that so y'all could grasp. This is a real practice. In the past, they knew every recipe. You mix this drug with this drug, and that drug will take you to that spirit. If you mix those 3 or those 4, that'll take you to that spirit. And they had the whole list. I'm not saying every drug and every chemical gonna bring you to a spirit, but you got to know the recipe. You got to know which ones to mix together. And of course, when you're dealing with drugs and chemicals, it's like I say, man, all the drugs have to do with plants. Meaning every drug we got, they come from plants. The plants have to do with medicine. But of course, we may abuse it. In that, you could say DMT, ayahuasca, all the mind-altering drugs. They're for like mental case disease and emotion diseases. You see how y'all go to the doctor, y'all have mental problems, then they give y'all medicine, but it be chemicals like that. They're giving y'all pseudo-daemon, the pseudo version of these drugs. But it got a similar effect. Sometimes y'all may see things and tweak out. Like that. You have all the drugs or plants in life and they all medicinal. And you take them for whatever problem you may have, but you don't continue on with it after the problem. We do, but worse than that, we use the chemical version or the pseudo version. So you have old books that speak of pseudo-daemon monarchia, or basically pseudo-daemon. And the book is explaining like how we got where we are now. Where y'all not taking drugs, y'all taking pharmaceuticals. which is chemicals that give the same result, are similar, but the after effect is not the same. You follow? The high will be similar, but the coming down, whoa, it's a crash. Like that. Think if you smoke K2 and then you smoke weed. K2 is fake weed. Do you see how they are? They not high in the moments that y'all see them all crazy like that. We talking people on K2. Like that. K2 would be like a pseudo Damon, and weed would be like the real Damon. Similar effects, but after you come down off weed, you say, I'm a little hungry. Mouth a little dry, I could use something to drink. The K2 dude come down off the K2 and you get it, he's talking to himself, running around outside butt naked or whatever y'all do. Wearing a winter coat in the summer. I don't know. But do you get my point? And so in the past, they knew every recipe to reach every demon or spirit. And this is what spirituality was. Meaning you would go see a witch doctor, a shaman, or a sorcerer. All three the same for the most part. A witch is just a doctor of the past, meaning they can mess you up or heal you. And they knew these recipes. I ain't saying they all knew every recipe, but they knew what they knew. And that's how you would get sent to these realms to see these entities. And this is what spirit summoning or spirituality was in the past. And y'all getting back into that now. That's why they banned it. When you're dealing with drugs, you gotta order. And I notice this younger generation, y'all don't get it. When you get to the psychedelics and the hallucinogens, you worse off than somebody on like heroin and cocaine and crack. Those drugs are so dangerous because they alter the state of the mind. I forgot the category they got them classified in, but y'all not even allowed to access them. You get it? DMT, that plant, that cactus, y'all not even allowed to grow that. And it's because it alters the state of the mind. A person on heroin, they nodding off and all of that. You get it? Your mama on heroin, but she's still her. She just on heroin, and when she on that heroin, she be leaning, nodding, farting all over the place. But you could snap her out of it. Now the person that used angel's dust, PCP, ayahuasca, DMT, you can't. They snap into another reality, they see things ain't there, and then when they come back, their realities be like crossing. Do you follow? And that, some of y'all say, man, I thought drugs, mushrooms, and all that was the way you reach God or become enlightened. Your mind is all messed up because you took it. That's why you think like that. But if you ask a sober person that, they probably say no. How the hell is doing drugs that alter the state of my mind gonna make me enlighten the wise? You see, when y'all asked me back in the day, Solid, you take DMT, any of that? And I said, nah, I don't mess with nothing. I mess up my mind. I need my mind. You a follower of mine. Why you didn't listen? You seen an example like, yo, dude is hella smart. He never used it. He's wiser than the dudes that did. Y'all still go to? Again, Terrence McKenna wiser than me, or can he tell you everything he know about these entities he's seen while he was high? Outside of that, what's he talking about? Y'all moral compass is broken. And so you get my point? From there, y'all let yourselves get dumbed out. Ratik said, do you smoke weed, bro? Salam, shalom. My channel is not for that kind of stupid talk. Meaning, I know where you're going. We're talking about psychedelics and hallucinogens. I just said those is the worst. I guess you're asking, do you smoke weed? I guess you think that's going to make it better. And so this is the point. You're making my point. You become an addict of something, then you're looking to defend it. And that in your brain, you think that makes sense to ask me, do you smoke weed? It wouldn't matter if I do or don't. It don't change what I said. You follow? What I said don't have to do with a little kid. You do DMT, you do weed. Two different drugs. You follow? Just like coffee and Hennessy is two different substances. And so you get my point? You're speaking mind altering things. I wouldn't care what y'all do. I'm just telling y'all the realities of these things. But we speaking mind altering. I'm not speaking like in a kid way. I hear what you're saying, Champ, but that was your point of saying it. You was looking to make a point like, well, you smoke. Okay, now what do that got to do with what I'm talking about, though? That part. Nothing. I'm out of it? No. My awareness is more intact than y'all's. In that, saying that, it still wouldn't make no sense. It wouldn't matter. Again, you said, I don't smoke. I do. I'm 20 million times wiser than you. You're not even aware that you're making my point. And so the conversation don't got to do it like that. You do this, you do that. It got to do with what I'm talking about. For the sake of the young. The young are not smoking weed and you know the regular cycle of people that do drugs. You young, you play with alcohol and weed. Maybe you get older, you dive into cocaine, heroin, all that weird stuff. Most people don't reach shrooms, DMT, and all of those things because they banned. In that, do you get my point? Most people, when I was growing up, those was always the, I said I smoke crack. This is not the place you need to be. Little Rush, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, you feel me? If you mess with like heavy drugs, I don't be trying to hurt y'all feelings when I say like I don't deal with people like that. But we gonna clash. It ain't got nothing to do with making y'all feel bad or nothing. I'm not big on drug use. I smoke a little bud, but it don't go beyond that. You follow? And so if you like drink a lot, we gonna clash heads because I don't. If you sniff cocaine, we probably gonna clash heads because I don't. Not because you sniff cocaine, but because how it make your perspective. You high on cocaine, I'm not. How that's gonna work? You follow? You drunk and I'm sober. How does that work? I'm trying to make a point logically and you drunk. They go on crack right now. Somebody watching with their needle when they on right now. Now nod it off, pop back in, he swear you know what I was talking about. Yeah, that right, son. All based out coming in here. You do not need to come here. I don't sell that stuff. I don't sell that stuff no more. I earn my living the honest way, man. Yeah, that nigga still fly. He still selling shit. No. Leave. I don't have anything for you but wisdom. Now, where was I at? Simple-minded. Yeah, smoking that stuff. You feel me? Let them know I'm not in that life no more. I don't got time for those things. But the point I'm making is that. Now, in regards to those of y'all that's young and you on the path of spirituality, so you're going to probably take DMT, ayahuasca, or one of those mind-altering drugs. At some point, it's going to be influenced on you. Like, you should try this, and you get my point? It'll bring you to enlightenment. And all you're going to do is scramble your brain out. God, enlightenment, no other good thing is on the opposite side of your being high. Why would you think that? And so you get my point? We live in bad times. Mr. Ash said conscious altering compounds. You're the last one I'm going to read. I don't think y'all should smoke weed in the daytimes because the weed y'all smoking is way different. I don't know what y'all on or what y'all adding. Y'all be adding like cigar crumbs and all kind of weird things to y'all weed. Y'all ain't just smoking regular weed. Y'all be smoking sprinkles and all this weird stuff that I don't even know what it is. And so you get my point? Y'all smoking crack. Crack weed. You got crack cocaine, crack weed, you know? You can crack any drug out. It got to do with the plant, like I told y'all before. You make crack. You start with the coca plant. This is where the cocaine is extracted from. You take the coca plant, you soak it in gasoline or something. Some liquid that you could set on fire that will evaporate fast. And the reason you do that because you're going to soak the cocaine leaves or the coca plant in the gas. Liquid gas, ether. The water is going to soak up all the ingredients out the plant, which is cocaine. When you evaporate the gasoline, a powder's going to be left. You get it? Think like water. You put something in water like a tea bag, then the water turn brown. You get it? Evaporate the water away, and let's say you left with mad brown residue from the tea. Like that. You soak the coca plant, the drug plant, like that, in gasoline, ether, or something that you can set on fire, it will light up and evaporate. Then you be left with the main ingredient, in this case, cocaine powder. You take that cocaine powder, you mix it with something to bind it together. Remember, powder is loose. You want to bind it or rock it together. When I say bind it, I mean make it oily or rock. This is where you add baking soda or some other binder. And you apply heat and pressure. So think like cocaine. You take the cocaine, you add baking soda, you apply it to heat. You get it? You let it cook up, you add ice cube or two, and then it turns into oil. From there, you get it to spinning, it starts to rock up. You drop it on that plate, clink, then you say, I got that butter, man. Go and tell the fiends to come pull up. You seen how it hit that plate? This is how I work out, ladies. Don't do none of this now. But I'm just giving you a little jewels. I know what I'm talking about. I'm making that thing from the plant, man. Kingpin. Kingpin in it, you feel me? I'm the dude you come to when you like, man, ain't no work out here, it's a drought. But I got some cocaine leaves, nigga. What can you do, Solace? I say, yeah, little blood. I'm a chemist in the street. And I'm a scientist in the street. I can cook anything. You could bring me grass. Nah, take whatever the ingredient is in it. You feel me? If it's something good, you good to go, baby. You got new drugs. But I'm not being funny. Same way you see now, like he's smart, he knows science. Same there. Cooking crack is chemistry. You gotta know how much cocaine and baking soda to mix. You gotta know when to throw the ice in or the cold water. You gotta know the chemistry. That part. And so I'm not joking with you when I tell you. Chemists from college are the best chemists y'all probably got in the world. You probably can't do no real chemistry. You could just talk, like. But in any event, you soak the coca leaves. Name it gasoline. You soak the coca plant in the gasoline or ether. From there, you evaporate it and you're left with the powder. But you want to make the powder turn into an oil or a rock or bind it. That's when the baking soda or any other binder comes into play. And of course, you heat it and you do the rest. From there, you get oil or a rock. But you could do that with any plant, meaning you could do that with the poppy plant, which is heroin. That's how they extract the powder from the poppy plant. You get it? Now, once you got the powder form of the plant, you just have to bind it together to an oil or a rock. They shoot up that oil. Nodding the hell off. It's 20 times more powerful than the powder. And that's 20 times more powerful than just a raw plant. And that's what you call cracking the thing out. You follow? In that, you can make it out of weed. You take the weed, you put it in gasoline, and it's going to take all the THC out. The THC going to get absorbed into the gas. Then you just set the gas on fire, you get it? Meaning evaporated. And what's going to be left is the THC powder. The THC powder is the psychedelic aspects of weed. The psychedelic aspects of weed is really low, but if you just take the psychedelic aspect only from it, do you get it? Then they bind it together, meaning turn it into an oil or rock. And that y'all smoking sprinkles and crumble and all this weird stuff that look just like crack. Because that's what it is. Crack made from the weed plant instead of the coca plant. In that, y'all smoking y'all weed, but y'all smoking crack. In that, y'all smoking weed, y'all ready to suck a dick if y'all ain't got none. But in the past, wasn't nobody gonna suck no dick for no weed. It just wasn't like that the VCR was gonna disappear because the nigga didn't have no weed. But in today's times, you'd be like, I just got head from the girl up the block because she wanted weed on credit. That would have never happened in my day. Ain't no weed head chick giving you no vagina. She wanted credit and that's it. You follow? And so, we live in bad times. Y'all better pay attention. Now, when you're dealing with astrology and aligning your stars, this all have to do with spirituality, or the way y'all view it. He said, damn, I ain't know that you know how to cook meth too. You gotta hook a brother up. I don't do those things. Meaning if you somebody in the streets, because y'all do that sometimes, y'all be emailing me. Talking about salads. No. You're dumb. Like, I don't deal with the streets because y'all stupid. You follow? In that, if you in the street, don't ask me. You going to jail, you dumb. You gonna try to get, I'm not messing with, get out of here. I'm done with that life once that life is over. Once y'all cool with snitching and doing any of your thing, I'm done. You don't never need to look for me or ask me anything about, how can you do something in that life? No. I'm like that. I'll tell you something, you do it, you get caught. I'ma think like you gonna tell me. Now, I'm not in that life. I'm just giving you consultation on how to do this thing or that thing. And then you do it however you do it, get caught. They say, how'd you learn this? And you say, Salas told me. Like that. Y'all too dumb for me to deal with. I'm from old school times. Once you see people sloppy, you get my point? Slide them to the side. He said, I got 2,200 on me. Salam, I can't be caught, champ. I got that on me too. What was you talking about? He said, I got 2,200 on me. What is that? That said something better, like 22,000. That's like a kilo. It said nothing. Like, you can't even get 50. Get out of here. Oh, he said 200. You want $1 or something? I'm sorry. Yeah, I got 200 on me. To say I got 2,200 on me. Just forget it. Stop talking. I be slipping. The phone start ringing as soon as I'm done. Let me get somebody. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I was lying in the video. I don't have it. I was lying in the video, big baby. I have no money today. Sorry, I'm broke. I gotta stop doing videos. I gotta stay out the way. You be saying the wrong shit. Niggas be hitting me up. I'll give you half a minute. Whoa, 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 hold on. Wait. You know when you get caught, you be like, I don't know what to say. Hold on, wait. Let me think. They be coming so fast. You be like, oh, shit. They know. Like, that mouth. And so don't come here talking about nothing. Like I said, those of y'all that are coming in here, you really are lost when you think I'm still in the streets. I'm not. Get that out your mind. That's stupid. I wouldn't be online. I ain't never been that desperate and that dumb. And you get my point. I've been around long enough to where you should have a brain and say, man, they would have got him already. Ain't no way they would have left that nigga lingering if he moving product through the city. Maybe you think in your mind, man, he just kicked back because he old as shit now and everybody just do his work for him. But that's not realistic. So you don't never have to think that. If you think people just going to do that while I just kick back out the way, and at some point I'm not going to have to come back in the way and put foot all up in the ass, then you don't know that life. But you get it. Just get it out your mind. You get my point? I actually make street money the legit way. Meaning whatever niggas making in the street that looks so good to y'all, I make it the legit way. Through wisdom. And that's motivation for you, man. You get my point? You grow in mind. You find something to do. That's going to be of equal measure minus the headaches. And so, myself and most of y'all, just don't shortchange yourself. I always was smart, but you get it? I ain't always apply them smarts. I do now, but apply your smarts now. Peace and wisdom, David Court. Stella, you said stop calling people niggas. Nigga means black. Y'all can't skip over when somebody explain a thing to you. And then you just want to get lost on your agenda after that. I don't mind if you do, but stop dumb talking. Now, I know in the day y'all got a thing where you like, you ain't supposed to use the word nigga and y'all all followers. The word nigga mean black. It come from the Spanish word negra. If you don't have the ra, you ain't got that kind of dialect like a Spanish person, it become nigga. You follow? Spaniards came over here from Spain, Portugal, and Italy. They came to the Americas. You follow? They're calling the people they see here negra, which mean black. You follow? From there, you got Dutchmen coming and other Europeans coming that don't speak Spanish. But they're using the word because it's already being used here to describe the black people. Just in the Spanish word for black. If you lost, negra mean black in Spanish. Not whatever you want to make it mean. You follow? Now, let's say you somebody lost. You say, no, nigga mean niggas. Wasn't no African kings over here. Everything we talking about start over here. So do you get it? Why would niggas be over here calling anybody a niggas and you ain't got no African kings over here? That part, you had the Spanish coming over here and they speak Spanish. And they're calling people the color black according to their tongue. And that's how we got that word, nigga. It's just a Spanish word for black, pronunciated wrong. You follow? If we not going to use the word, let it not be used for truth. Meaning if y'all don't want me to use the word nigga, cool. As long as we all grasp that we not going to be using the word black no more. That part. It don't mean no different. Do I need to use the word? No. But I'm not going to stop using the word because somebody have an agenda and don't even know what the hell they talking about. And so if you young, you ain't got to stress yourself out with stupid things like words. The people using the word, they was bad. The word just mean what it mean. You follow? And you know it's true because y'all got a problem with the word black in the daytime too. And tell a black person they black and watch how they be like you racist or act like you disrespected them for calling them black. And so you get my point? He said the real origins of the word nigga could be Nigeria. See how y'all don't make no point? They think I'm saying the word nigga come from negra cause it's similar. In that they reach for any word that they think is similar to nigga. They forget the whole point. Spaniards came here, they were calling black people nigger. Again, they were calling the black people nigger. The man just told you that word start in the Spanish language, negra. That word means black too. What you gonna say when they was calling black people niggers? They wasn't talking about black. Well, what they was talking about then? That part. When they was calling black people nigger, what do you think they meant by that word? That part. Negra or black. You're white, so maybe you view black as bad. So you use it that way, but the word's still a word. White person right now, they view black as bad. So they say, ew, look at you, you black. You can't get offended by the word black. You have to get offended on what they said, which is basically they letting you know, I don't like black. You get offended because they don't like black. You don't get offended at the actual black, which is what we do. We get offended at what we are because somebody else say it ain't good enough for something. In that, y'all say, let's remove the word that mean black in Spanish. Why? What does it matter? Why y'all didn't do this when it was a point? You see how black people got all the goddamn, y'all got all the strength and power to fight shit when it don't even matter no more. Our ancestors was getting beat the fuck up and called the nigga. Y'all had no goddamn rallies to stop it then. Soon as black people in modern day get to use the word freely, we call any race a nigga. You get it? That's why they don't want us to say word. Because when black people get to start to saying the word nigga, they don't just call a self nigga. They call a white man nigga. They call a Puerto Rican nigga, the Chinaman nigga, everybody. We fair with it. Everybody's a nigga. And that's the problem that y'all truly got with the word. They don't like the power that it give black people because we the only ones that can call everybody a nigga. And if a white person say nigga in the daytimes, then he racist. But a black person get to cheat if they say nigga, they ain't. And so y'all just let niggas take any power that y'all got away on y'all own. Again, y'all ain't cared about that word nigga all this time. Y'all was getting abused by that word. Again, y'all was getting abused by the word nigga and ain't had no problem with it like that. Now y'all have no problem out the word. Y'all could use it to anybody y'all want and they got a problem using it back to you. And you gonna give that away. Again, if I call a white man a nigga in the daytime and all he could say is I ain't no nigga. If he called me a nigga back, I can get him locked up for racism. That part. Stop using the word. I wouldn't care. And give up all your other powers too. This is why we don't own hip hop or nothing else that we created or was on our back. Because y'all will give this shit up. Now we live in a time where black people don't say nigga no more. You see how y'all say, man, you don't say nigga. But other races do. The Spanish say nigga. White people still say nigga. That part. We don't. It ain't like y'all said don't call each other nigga, but you still use that word to whoever else you want. Cause fair is fair. They called us that and we couldn't call nobody it. And so don't call your own nigga, but you can call everybody else whatever you want. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all are telling me to just don't use the word. Mind you, the word mean black. So what? I don't have no problem with nothing that got to do with black. The word negra or nigga mean black. It's good with me. That part. What's the problem? Y'all like cleaning up y'all master's mess. And master get a lot of backlash for that word nigga. People start digging to see like, yo, where'd that word even come from? Who started that? White man. So here come the black man, his little puppet. Say, let me clean that up for you, boss. Everybody stop using the word nigga. Huh? Man, y'all better get y'all shit together. So hopefully some of y'all grasp. Now, like I said, if black people want to come together as a whole and stop using the word or whatever the case may be, that's fine, as long as we not using it under a truth. And say we not using it because we used to get abused by that word. Well, we the ones that got the power to abuse with it now, so I don't get the point. Again, if you want to get rid of the word because you feel like we was abused by that word, well, we get to abuse people with it now, so I don't get what you mean. Why can't we get our time of 400 years of fun with it? I'm just asking. I live balanced and fair. Why can't I say nigga for 400 years? I like when I say nigga. It reflect what white people use. Get it? And I don't like when he say nigga. I just point at the white man. He started this. It have nothing to do with me. I was born later. And I let the white man deal with his own problems that he started. You don't like the word nigga? Well, pay us for all that time you was calling us nigga, and you get it? Give us our reparations and then talk to me about something. Other than that, I don't care. And so I want to say this moving forward. If you black when the next presidency come up, there's no need for no black people to be voting if the new president come into office ain't going to give us our reparation. The Jews got their reparations, and last time I checked, the Holocaust is like 300 years after slavery, not even half as long. Slavery 400 years, the Holocaust however long it was. Somehow they got their reparations before we did. How that happen? How they get their reparations before us and our matter is 400 years before? And we still didn't get nothing. You know why? Because we be desperate to vote for leaders over us before we bargain what we gonna get. When you see other people voting for presidents, it's because their higher ups have already bargained with this president. We gonna vote for you, but you gonna do this. Black people so gullible and dumb, we just go out and play the game. I'm voting for this person and I'm arguing with niggas for this and that. This shit is all a game. The president that's in office for 4 years, the people that sponsor him and give him money, they paying him so they can share the power with him. You follow? You see Elon Musk or whoever sponsoring Donald Trump, it's because he gonna share the power with them. It's something they want that he said, when I get in office, you got it. You get it? Like Lil Wayne. He say, I support Donald Trump because as soon as this nigga get in office, he gonna write my record right away clean. That part. Black people, when we vote for the next president, that's supposed to be the request. I'll make sure every black person vote for you, but you better make sure that we when you get in office. That better be the first bill that you pass. That part. If not, don't vote. It don't matter if you could vote if you ain't got no pull in getting anything. So when y'all be saying, you gotta vote because at least you know, if you get this or that, you gonna get what you get. You gonna get whatever you get if you ain't somebody that's bargaining something. What you talking about? Y'all think people voting for presidents so they could sit around and wait and see if they get something? They worked that out before they voted. You gonna give me this or I'm out of here. And so we gotta learn our power and when to use it. Y'all on my chin trying to use dumb shit against me. He said nigga, that ain't gonna get us nothing. That part. Use the brain, man. Again, moving forward. A lot of y'all think y'all geniuses. Cool, you into politics, moving forward. Make sure you get something before you start promoting somebody. The hell is you promoting the next president for and you ain't even bargaining nothing for yourself? Now he get to run the whole world and you get to go back to being a bum? Holy smokes. Peace and wisdom. I want to finish where I was, because that was important for the young. And then we get into politics and all this other stuff that y'all care about, but y'all get nothing out of. How y'all be supporting all these groups and y'all followers of this thing or that thing, and you ain't getting nothing for yourself. A whole Christian, a Christian pastor getting rich. None of these dumb fools say, listen, I'm gonna go talk to this nigga later. He gonna split some of that money with me. Oh, I'm telling you. That part, y'all don't have that mind to say, hold on, I'm gonna get something out of this shit if I'm gonna go along with it. I would never vote. So you don't ever have to ask me. Say, Silas, they found the leader. He gonna give us reparations. Y'all go on and get that for me. Now, I ain't voting for that nigga. Nobody my leader. And just because I don't vote for the nigga that's gonna get the reparations, whatever's old is old. I don't play them games. You didn't want to play the game with us, so whatever I owe you, I'm keeping. No, you not. Give me my shit. That part. And so, y'all better get it together and get real. Some thumbs up going in here. It's a deep juice y'all don't get, because everybody got an agenda, and that they can't speak true realities always. They gotta think like what their agenda and group gonna say and do to them. I don't have to worry about that. You know why? Yeah, you know why. Can't nobody tell me shit. You know why? Cause nobody don't own or conduct nothing I do. Y'all gotta be how y'all are, cause y'all still dependent on people. Y'all got people that still be taking care of y'all, looking out for y'all. You a part of this gang or that thing and you scared of it. You get it? Y'all got so many orders over y'all that y'all did to y'all own self. And that it stopped you from being truthful and honorable when you want. You'll watch your mouth and saying certain things because you get it. That part. And so wisdom in the path to it got to do with your ass getting real with self. The more dependent you become, the more you can be. Look at it like that. You at work right now, you being whatever your boss wants you to be. You got on whatever outfit he wants you to have on. If there's no uniform there, you're dressed in the code. That part. You controlled however you cut it. And so do you get my point? Dependency control how a person is. Y'all have to start becoming aware of the things that are over y'all or y'all are dependent on, so y'all can evolve beyond it. You follow? You got to become aware first. From there, you got to do what you got to do to become dependent. You get my point? Or whatever it is you're trying to do. Now, when you're dealing with divination, this is like astrology, you know, the birth charts and all of that. That's all fake. The constellations up above have to do with your birth month. And all that was made up. Meaning somebody in the past said this constellation gonna be named that and that one gonna be named that, and you get it? And every month, whatever constellation is overhead, so they say that's this name and that's this birth date for these people. You follow? It's a made-up system. Astrology, it's a made-up system or a sorcery that was put on the masses. This is why y'all have birth charts or birth dates that y'all bound to. This is why you work that 7-week work schedule repeatedly, never becoming aware to say, hold on, this is insane. I work Monday through Friday every week and it never stops, and I'm like a little toy soldier robot that just get wound up and Every day I go get my coffee, and then I go get my little bagel, and then I go to work. Like that. How does that happen without a person becoming aware to say, hold the fuck up? This is a life, and I'm stuck in this little circle of it where I wake up every day, go slave, and then... You know how that happened? That's how powerful astrology is. They made a calendar system, they bound y'all to certain days and certain months, and do you get my point? It become a reality to y'all, and y'all live it even though it ain't. Today not Wednesday. What is today? Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't know. I've been clocked out. You get it? Once you ain't on a work schedule no more, and you clock out from holidays and all that dumb shit, you be like me. What is the fucking day? I forgot. Every day the same day is what I'm gonna do with it. That part. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing with y'all day but what already is scheduled since you started. You get it? You gonna do with your day what you did yesterday and the day before, because you already bound to the astrology. This is the calendar system. And you believe your birthday, you believe you're a Cancer or a Scorpio or this thing or that thing. And somebody made that up. A ruler or sorcerer of old made that up. He the one that gave it those names. You think something came out the sky and said, yo, this cluster of stars is named Scorpio? No. It was put on y'all, the masses. And this is how we live, how we do. Same with numerology. They put the numerology on the masses, and now y'all all dumbed out by it. Y'all think 1 + 1 = 2 is real, and all these number systems that y'all lost in is real. To the point where you think 1111 is a secret message for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 means something to you. Show me numbers in life. You can't, because it don't exist. It's man-made. One person plus another person don't equal 2. They who they are. You follow? James and John come together and they chilling. You don't say James plus John = 2. James and John is over there doing whatever they are, and whoever else you add, it's going to be what they are. That part. In another language, they got another word for 2. You follow? In another world, they got a whole nother system where they don't even use numbers. That part. It's all sorcery, meaning numerology, astrology. These is things they put on the masses to dumb y'all out how you see now. Now some of y'all think, man, if I could figure out my birth chart and my stars being aligned, then I could control my life this way. You got no control over your life, just like you ain't got no control over coming out of unconscious and when you go into it. But the false ego will make you think you do control it. Just like the false ego will make you think all that nonsense is going to make you have control over your life. But it ain't. You're going to get control over your life when you become aware that life is already controlled by the greater glory. And you better learn to flow with however is flowing. And you learn that from nature, not from no dumb stars and all that weird talk. Talk that leads somebody to telling you need to take DMT or some shit so you can reach the next level. Why you gotta get high to reach the next level? Why can't it just make sense when you ain't high? That part. He said we live in a matrix. You live in a movie. That's where that word come from. A movie that you seen that's popular now. But wisdom ain't got nothing to do with the movie or the television, which is what y'all lost in. You don't never have to make no point off a television movie. TV fake. And so hopefully some of y'all start to grasp these things. You stuck in the day. You're going to go to sleep tonight and leave the day and come back to the same day tomorrow. You say it ain't the same day. You only saying that because you lost an imaginary calendar system with days and shit. whatever you leave when you go to sleep, talking about when I say you stuck in one day, escape this day. I'm speaking about the place you wake up to every day. You think you escape, but you get it? You get drawn right back. And so, that stuff, you know, crumble. Telling dudes they look like other dudes. Why you got dudes on your mind so much? Now, actually, you want to have sex with Rakim and everybody you named, you're going to say nah. But then why was they in your mind? He said, we don't live in the past or the future. Life is a present of creation. Salam, shalom. The things I teach you, make sure you say it right. That way I don't think you're getting it secondhand elsewhere. And what you said come from me, but you said it all wrong and chopped it up all dumb, but salam. Now, you gonna learn everything you need to know from nature, not from stars aligning or a fake birthday. Your birthstone is all fake, but your birthday ain't really that. That's a made-up system. You go to your horoscope, you say, I'm a Scorpio, let me look up the Scorpio. That's not the name of that constellation above, and nobody ever said that we were supposed to be assigned to constellations up above. Somebody came up with that system on their own, meaning they made that up on their own. Ooh, every month this constellation is there. Let me make something out of it. And from there, they start bounding y'all to it. If you go outside of society or a city, they don't know nothing about that system. Indigenous men don't know nothing about no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. January, February, March. They don't know nothing about that. They know the nature that they run with, which is everything. Example, y'all are used to stars to try to like figure out people. This is what y'all got horoscopes for. It's for stereotyping people and putting people in this bucket and that bucket. And that you say Cancers is like this, Scorpios is like that, so on and so forth. But stereotyping is wrong. So how you learning anybody through a false means? Again, y'all little horoscope games is just stereotypes. Aquarius is like this, Cancer like that, Scorpio like that, Gemini like that, so on and so forth. Even though I know Geminis that are completely different. Scorpios that are completely different. That part. Y'all have a false system that y'all trying to use to find truth of some sort. People don't fall into constellations or birth months or birth charts. People fall into the animals. This is a nature thing. All the animals in nature are the many different aspects or natures of mankind. You have a wolf, a lion, a goat, a dog, a snake, all these different animals in nature, and they move on instinct. They are what they are. They don't sit around and think and figure out how can I pretend I'm something else to trick somebody. They just are what they are. They don't speak, they don't lie, they just move. In that, they are what they are. You follow? Now, when you're dealing with man, he could talk, he could fake, you get it? In that, you don't really know his nature. All of mankind's nature is the animals of the wild. I'm not saying every animal of the wild is your nature, but I'm saying a specific animal in the wild, everybody will be one. And that's your nature, meaning when anything happen in life, they catch you off guard, you're going to always retort to your instinctive nature. And it's going to be one of them animals. You get my point? And one of them animals will let you know everything about a person. In that, we all correlate in that way. When you're dealing with the Native Americans, they used to have like raccoon tribe, bear tribe, raccoon clan, bear clan, wolf clan. They have all these different animal clans for that reason, and they're associating the people to that. In that, in the past, you wouldn't have been a Cancer, Aquarius, or Gemini. You'd have been Bear Clan, Wolf Clan, Snake Clan, and this would have been according to your nature. Like how you are. Some of y'all are snake nature. You follow? But y'all have y'all fake system in that. You get my point? It don't explain that. Some of y'all are like wolves. Some of y'all are like lions, meaning wolves move in packs. Some of y'all like that. Y'all like to huddle together and try to do y'all deeds, but as individuals, you're a coward. Like that. Every person in life, their core nature is one of the animals in nature. You follow? A man is the pinnacles of everything. Everything is a reflection of an aspect of himself. Rising and setting is an aspect of his consciousness descending and rising. Meaning y'all fall asleep and wake up. The sun rising and setting is a reflection of that aspect of self, how you go down and then you come back up. The animals in nature, like I said, they aspects of y'all own nature. And everything you could think of in life, from the tide coming in and the tide going out, these is all aspects of ourself manifested out before us so we could see. And learn all you need to learn about life, which is self, and self. And that you say, I want to learn myself and I want to learn the life I'm in. One and the same thing. But you need to be aligned with nature. Y'all are trying to align yourselves with the stars. And these things just move about. And they lie. But nature's stable and stuck. And always is what it is. And nature control that. That part. And so y'all getting lost into false systems. Y'all getting lost into astrology and things that's going to bring y'all into drug use. You're going to be an addict. Or you're going to be messing with hallucinogenics and psychedelics to where you get it? Your consciousness is like distorted. Next thing you know, you're going to be isolated out, doing your little drugs, bugging out, messing up all the relationships that you may have had already or to come. Because you keep space junkie talking. You know, astral projection, space junkie, metaphysical talking. And that's from that. And so if you young, I'm trying to save you a whole headache. Like I said, y'all got people promoting y'all that drug use is the way to connect with God. No, it ain't. Perfecting yourself. Becoming the best you can. And look at drugs like steroids. Or look at psychedelics and the things y'all view to connect y'all with God or enlightenment. Look at it like steroids. You could use all the mind enhancements you want. I'm still going to be wiser than you. That part. The boxer could use all the steroids he want. It's not going to make him fight any better. He's still going to lose. A lot of y'all will say, man, Ryan Garcia was on steroids and he beat Devin Haney. That's because he can beat Devin Haney. He beat him 3 times off steroids, and Devin Haney beat him 3 times on steroids. Again, he beat Devin Haney because he can beat Devin Haney. But if you look at how he was fighting on the steroids, do you get my point? It would have been the reason for his loss. He turning his back and doing all kind of dumb stuff like he high. The steroids didn't help him. It just didn't make him feel anything. That part. He beat that man because he could beat him already. That part. It's that simple. You put him in there with somebody that can beat Ryan Garcia and steroids ain't going to help him. You put him in there with Tank, he's still going to lose. Put him in there with Floyd Mayweather, anybody that could beat him, and he's still going to lose on steroids or off. It's not going to change anything. Because you take a drug that make you think your mind is getting enhanced, ain't going to change where your mind is. It's just going to change your perspective of your mind. You follow? You dumb. You take the drug enhancement for your mind. Then you say, yeah, I feel smarter. Yeah, it's just a feeling, champ. Your perspective changed, not the reality. You still a dumb fool you always was. And a drug just make you think you ain't. With confidence. But when the drug come down, you back dumb. Meaning your perspective go back to reality. And so do you get my point? Now I'm rushing because I have to pee. I'm trying to hold it, but I've been on for 2 hours, so I can end it as well. If y'all have any questions, ask. Make it fast. Like I said, I'm holding it. Said Earth is a mystery school. We all will graduate someday. I want to graduate in this lifetime and so on. Earth ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Earth is a place in the solar system. The solar system is a place inside the galaxy, so on and so forth. All is in the universe, the dark space. You lost on the small place that you in. You say Earth. Again, Earth is a part of the whole solar body, the star. And that's what you in, the star, not the Earth. And so, y'all gonna be bound. As it's calling Far East teaching, Samsara. Y'all gonna be bound here, Samsara, until y'all reach Vimoksha. When y'all become truly enlightened. Basically, you know me. I'm basically a person that reached Vimoksha. The Vimoksha that you can acquire in physical life. Which is a great deal of an awareness, understanding, and a knowing. Separate from everybody else, but still good. And undebatable wisdom. And so you get my point? Y'all have to get the mind primed. It's y'all only way for anything you could think of. You want to know God, you want to escape this, you want to control your life, this thing, that thing. It's all dependent on your mind. And how far you can let it evolve. Dan Mo said moksha is Vimoksha, but it's moksha for short as well. But Vimoksha and moksha is two different things. You can look at one as the physical aspects and the other spiritual, astral. I can't hold it. Now I'm about to depart, and if anyone gave back, I appreciate it. Let me just use the bathroom. I'll be back. Give me a second. Sorry, yeah. A little bit of doodle came out. Hold on, I got to finish. This is that. Thought it was a number 1. I had to do a number 12. You feel me? PPE and do it. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's what you call a piss in this shit. A number 12. A 1 in it. Got to do a oomsie doomsie, my friend. Now, where was I at? Y'all been running y'all mouths. How you gonna learn anything typing the whole video? He said, I am God. Jesus said, I am 7 times. Doing too much. Kind of annoying me. Can you shut up? Lil Rush said, do celebrities worship demons and sacrifice people to them for more fame and money? You need to get out of stars. You're trying to figure out stars as if it's going to do something for you. You and your deeds in this life is your deeds, and getting lost in somebody else's life and helping you. You're young. You need to be focused on, you get it? The life you want later. And putting little steps towards that. And sitting here dumbed out off stars. They don't give a fuck about you. Why is you care about them? You tune in for whatever you like, the music, and you get. You don't need to worry about nothing else they got to do with no star after that. You tune in for the talent if that's what you like, and keep it pushing. You start getting all emotionally attached, and so you get my point. That's when you start forgetting about yourself. Like a chick mad at her man so much she forget that she need to be doing some things for herself. So when they break up, she ain't got to be all assed out. It could be a man, it could be reverse. You all in that girl ass. She taking care of you, all in her ass, not doing nothing for yourself. Same with the stars. You don't need to worry about them. Now, in regards to your question, you live in a world of sacrifice, meaning spirit worship of old, spirituality, demon worship. This is before religions. Religion is just the worship of the highest spirit from spirituality or demon worship. So before religions, you had demon or spirit worship. After that, you have religions, which is just the worship of the highest spirit over all the other ones. So you have the Elion, or Elyon. It's pronounced Elion, though. Like Jesus said, Eli, Eli, Lama, and all that dumb shit on the cross. You're talking about the same spirit. All man ever did was worship the spirits. Y'all do now through y'all astrology and things. Y'all do now through y'all religion. That's all man ever worshipped and all he ever is. When you're dealing with religion, they just worshiping the most high amongst all those spirits. When you're dealing with other practices, they worshiping them all or whatever ones they want. But it's all the same. You get my point? And so religions just worship Elion, which is the most high. If you talk in Islam, they worship Allah, which is basically the El sound. Elion means the most high in Hebrew. Again, Elion means the most high in Hebrew. It's a phrase referred to the most high spirit that y'all call God. You follow? That's where all that come from. The angels and demons and all of that y'all have in y'all religion with the God come from spirit worship. You got the good spirits, the bad spirit, and then the spirit that's over them all. That's Elion, E-L-Y-O-N. Same as alien. The image that y'all have of Skinny Bob, the alien, is the same image of Elion, the demon. They're just making y'all worship spirits all over again, but it never stopped. And this is all a sacrifice. And this is why y'all religions is no different than spirit worship. When you're dealing with spirit worship or demon worship, you got to sacrifice to the demon. It could be killing a lamb, killing an animal, a person, whatever, sacrificing something. When you deal with y'all religion, same principle, except y'all sacrifice to God. You lost, you say God gonna die for your sins. Anything happen, you put it on God. And God is your scapegoat, y'all call him y'all lamb in the religion. And this all go back to spirit worship and sacrifice. Except in religion, they have completely lost their mind to where they actually think sacrificing God now is the way. First you sacrifice animals, then man, then you get to the point where you make up a God to sacrifice because you completely lost. And so, if you follow other people, it's best you don't come here because y'all be following the dumbest things that I don't even want to be associated with. I'll be having people as wise that ain't. And so you get my point? If you lost on some dumb shit, you lost into this group or that group, or you lost under this person or that person, can you please not come here? Meaning if you owned already, it's no need for you to come here. Because you're not going to support here. You're going to come here bringing the ways of whatever you under. And I don't want to deal with nobody else trash. Meaning they fill y'all brains up with trash. And then you get my point. If you lost, why you here for them? That part. Because y'all ain't getting fulfilled wherever y'all go. And then when y'all come here, y'all already be dumbed out in y'all rhetoric. To where you defending whatever is inaccurate because you already on that side. That part. I've been live 2.5 hours. Why none of y'all gave back? You telling me y'all all don't have no goddamn manners or no balance. Y'all all struggling on knowing what be fair is. No. You just a follower of a nigga that's probably jealous of me. And now you brainwashed out forgetting you come here to get served. And then you carry on like a fool. And so again, if you don't have your own brain, you don't even need to come here. You come here under other people's brains, then you get my point. You have retard talk going on. And retard, this is why y'all see me less and less. And I ain't on the dumb time. I see a lot of y'all, you like to be dumbed out. That's your thing. Now, he said, even a bird can be my teacher. I know, and I can have many teachers if I have the zeal to learn. Yeah, you're lost and dumbed out. Meaning in your brain that makes sense. You said I can have many teachers. And it makes sense to you because you don't have no morals, no principle. You never was taught that. And so I'll say again, a fool that's cool and good with everybody and everything ain't loyal. That's you. You're not loyal to nothing. Wisdom is a matter of balance and honor. And this is why you don't know anything still. You get my point? Think on what I just said. Again, you think you can learn from any teacher, but you don't even know who's a real teacher and who's just online fronting. You're not learning in no real environment to learn. You learning on TV. But you probably a little kid under 30 and you get it. I already said, if you under 30, don't come here. Why? Because you belong to your mother and a whole bunch of other people. And they make decisions for you no matter how much you pretend like you do. And you got adults like that. And other people make decisions for them. It wouldn't matter how much they carry on like they do. And so you get my point? Wisdom is an honor and a fair thing. You flip-flopping around, making your brain all dumbed out. If that makes sense to you, I wouldn't know. And so kind of grasp, but let that be your last comment. You get my point? I ain't with all the dumb talk. Some of y'all like that, y'all be blabbering on after the point made. I ain't with all of that dumb stuff. Nothing you saying making sense, champ. You doing what people do that can't accept the point made. Now, like I said, you don't know nobody you learning from. So when you're running around here, you're embarrassing yourself. You sound like a damn orphan. You got no self-respect. You got no self-awareness. This is why you don't look at yourself as a whore parading around. You parade your mind around like a whore. You give it to this person, that person, that person. But you don't know who true and who ain't because you don't have a moral compass. If you did, you wouldn't whore your mind around. That's dumb. That don't make sense in no reality. I'm gonna let you go because you in the battling game. But live whatever you live, your life your own. At the end of the day, you the one ping-ponging around from person to person, not me. You not nowhere near my level. PM, that part. Whatever you talking, you got to live it, not me. And so, do you get my point? Thinks he's proving something to me. No, this is the way. Well, then why you ain't wiser than me? And I'm here as a student, and at the next person channel was a student and all over the world. Where's your students? Don't have any. Because you lost in the world. And that's the real reality a lot of y'all need to grasp. Stop getting lost in your own perspective and your own ego. Where you think any dumb thing you do means something. I'm wise for real. You can't deny that. I got a bunch of content displaying that wisdom. And so if I tell you that ain't the way, I don't want to go back and forth with you. That part. If you know better than I do, show me. By departing and not coming back. I don't mean come back in silence and lie to your own self, which is what most of y'all do. I'm trying to make all the points loudly, but let's talk about the quiet points. You know so much, why are you here? Why are you playing dumb games with yourself? And so a lot of y'all need to grasp what being real is to self. Y'all be all lying out, forgetting your own reality. Again, being wiser than me. None of y'all. But you want to challenge me on what I told you, like it would matter to me. If whatever you pumping works so good, why your ass ain't wise yet? And I don't mean because you said, I mean because you could show me you wiser than me. That part. You can't. You can go talk elsewhere, and that's the best you could do. In regards to talking to me, I've been around long enough. Y'all see everybody, it's the same thing. The consciousness is not on a level. Y'all get emotional, start dumb talking about egos, humilities, and a whole bunch of dumb shit that ain't got nothing to do with the point. Which is, I'm wiser than you, or I ain't. If I'm wiser than you, then why do we need to debate about anything? Whatever I said is. You could say whatever you say ain't right. It's right over you because you ain't on my level. Wise men don't speak on nothing he don't know. And it ain't nothing that we can't know. Y'all into guess and belief. So y'all sit around guessing all day, forgetting that guessing ain't the way to get to the truth. That part. After y'all make all y'all guesses and theories, when the truth come though, you got a theory of this, right? And a guess of that, right? You tell me after you guess, when is the truth gonna come after that? That part. You forgot about that part. You said, ooh, this theory sounds dope. This is it. Then you be like, what is his name? You be like Terrence Howard. Showing you so smart you can't even fucking multiply and shit. So smart you don't even know simple grade school math. Embarrassing your damn self. And this is where most of y'all at. Mad smart and dumb simultaneously. You just talk to the dumb. That part. Otherwise, somebody pull up. Let's see how wise y'all truly are. Peace and wisdom, noble tranquil. I'll be carrying on like words mean something. The dumb gonna be dumb. I don't need to reach any of y'all. Like some of y'all have that mindset. You come here to learn. You think I got something to prove to you or I got to reach y'all. Whoever y'all finished is finished live, love. I didn't seek y'all out. Y'all sought me out. I didn't make myself go viral. Y'all did. And that y'all be trying to prove points to me, you get it? None of this matter to me because this y'all doing. This y'all gift. This ain't shit for me. What are you talking about? You follow? I reached a level of wisdom. You don't have nothing to do with none of y'all or this online thing. Y'all shared me online. That part. I don't care if you just now coming around. Now you know. If you lost on why he be kicking niggas out and disrespecting niggas. Cause y'all came and got me. Stop playing with me. Lost under the narrative like I was somebody that was in the runnings competing for online attention and I wasn't. Y'all was on my dick. And that's why it's on that tempo like that. Where you could suck a dick and die and get lost. And I'm not doing nothing. I'm not jumping through no hoops for y'all. I don't have to. You came here. Y'all sought me out. I didn't sort y'all out. That part. My wisdom is important to me, not reaching y'all or no dumb shit like that. If you can't reach, understand, and be fair and get back and shit like that, you could slide. We got nothing to talk about. I don't feel like I need to prove anything to you. You get it? And a lot of y'all get lost into that. My chin got to do with proving something to you. You don't exist to be the moment I told you to give back and you had a problem with that. And whatever problem you created after that moment of truth, the moment of truth being you don't mind receiving some shit, but when it come time to you to give back something, your ass is all unbalanced now. I was done with you then. Whatever problem you got after that, you lingered around. That's the problem with a snake in the grass. You is what you is, but you want to just stay there in the grass. That part till you get stepped on. Then you're like, oh, they stepped on me. I'm supposed to be in the grass, snake. You was sought out already and seen. Yeah. And so a lot of y'all need to come here with the right mindset. Don't be coming here like it's a reverse thing. He need us. Need y'all for what? I'm being real when I say these things. Because that's how y'all carry it. What I need y'all for? I'm just asking. Because I ain't clear on that part. Those of y'all that give back, I appreciate you giving back. But this ain't about that. Y'all came begging me for wisdom. I said if you gonna get wisdom every damn day, give back. But don't think I would care. Y'all came here. And so, miss me with the dumb narratives and the getting lost in perspectives and things like that. If y'all grasp what's said like the first truth and don't skip over it, that part, it will be no problems. Y'all be trying to victimize and then become victims. Take advantage of people and then become the one that got took advantage of some kind of way. I had somebody tell me I'm trying to, what was the dumb word he used? He said I'm trying to intimidate him. I said, this nigga's so dumb. I'm 5'5". And I ain't even that heavy. And you trying to play the victim. Overlooking you just a damn coward that's probably scared of a caterpillar and all kind of shit. And it's most of y'all mindset. You come here looking to be a victim. Trying to convince people, Silas trying to manipulate us, saying he tried to intimidate us, and nigga, you was never invited here. Is you locked in the cellar? Again, all of y'all complaining about you abused or something. You locked in a cellar or some shit here? No, you your own damn problem. You want to repeatedly come places and act like you're stupid. Now you're a victim. That part. Any of y'all got that dumb brain? Let me help you. Let me help you. I can't intimidate you because I ain't got nothing to do with you. I ain't nowhere around you. I wouldn't care two fucks about you. Get me out your head in that weird way. You come here for wisdom, get the wisdom, pay your dues, and leave that shit there. Stop trying to seek out other things. I don't got time for retards. You come for wisdom, now you trying to seek out dishonors and flaws. You could just slide. I didn't ask you to be here. You don't want to give back, now you gotta find a problem to justify it? Just get lost. just come in silence like you do after the point made to you, and then you feel dumb, so you just don't say nothing. Just do that from jump. Why y'all gotta do all that extra dumb shit? That part. You ain't got no balance. Now you got to try to make a whole scenario, forgetting like you already got wisdom. You ain't got no balance in that aspect. Now you're going to do the most after that. Some of y'all come here, get wisdom for free, get mad, leave, and start trying to throw me under the bus as if you brought something to the table to be upset about. I'm the only one that can be upset here because y'all receiving from me. If you gave back, it's for what you received. I don't recall none of y'all doing anything for me, ever. I just know some of y'all give back for the Jews you already received. But in regards to if y'all doing something for me, just in pure heart, not having anything to do with anything, no. And so I don't expect nobody talking to me in that kind of way, you get it? Where you kind of crossing your mind out like this is about you and you giving back to me. I don't need shit from none of y'all. If you gonna come here, don't come like a bum. That's all I ask. A lot of y'all like that. You come here like you an orphan, some kind of bum. The mindset where you think like, oh, people supposed to do things for me and I don't have to do anything because I'm a bum. I didn't know it was glory in that. And it's the mindset y'all really got. Don't be like you gave back to the poor. How do anybody owe the poor? I'm just asking. I ain't saying the poor ain't owed, but how everybody owe the poor? The poor putting people on? A nigga will make it big and y'all be like, do you give back to the poor? Why? What are we talking about? The bum on the corner put y'all on or something? What are we talking about? That part. Y'all just repeat anything y'all hear. It don't even make no goddamn sense. You look out for whoever looked out for you and you make sure you take care of that first. You want to give charity? It ain't got to be to the poor. You got middle class people that need help. And if you help them, it's going to go way further than if you help the poor motherfucker. I ain't saying a poor motherfucker can't get help. I'm just saying y'all put everything on poor like we owe the poor. Again, the poor could get help. But what about the middle class that need help? Shit, what about the rich people that need help? That part. You just don't care about nobody but the poor. Why? There's people that's rich that's struggling mentally right now and emotionally, and with all their wealth, they 2 seconds from killing themselves. They don't need no help. You don't ask nobody, did you go to the rich that actually put you on and got you to getting this money and make sure they okay? No. Y'all morals is just lopsided and everything. In that, some of y'all middle class, why you ain't say nothing about this? You middle class and you struggling too, just like the poor that might not even be doing nothing for themselves. You got the poor that's doing what they need to. Then you got the poor that's not even doing nothing for themselves. And the help they gonna get, you can make it go way, way, way longer. Meaning it'll go to more use if it go to you. That part. You just keep talking about the poor and the bottom of the bottom. And niggas going down to the dope fiend areas of their city to give money out to dope fiends. I seen a Crip Mac nigga in LA giving out food and money always to dope head looking motherfuckers. Where it's like, man, that's a waste. Partner don't care about nobody's problems. Y'all care about exploiting whatever y'all can so y'all can get more. In that, do you get my point? You got middle class people that need help. Financially and emotionally and mentally, just like everybody else. You got the low, the poor, the bottom of the barrel. And they need the same thing. But sitting here acting like just the poor need anything, and you're just checking to see if somebody gave back to the poor, you got people giving back to middle class people. They way above that. That don't count for nothing. You got poor motherfuckers giving to the wealthy. Some of y'all wealthy in here taking of my wisdom and applying it to your own brain. In comparison to you, I'm poor. That part. Y'all got shit all sloppy and dumbed out. And it's about taking care of yourself. And if everybody take care of their self, then the poverty won't trickle down, because that's how that works. You got the one person doing for themselves and keep and making sure everything's good for them so they don't have to be a burden on nobody else. And then you got the bottom of the barrel beneath them that's living way above their means. In that they borrowing from this person and that person borrowing from that person. And do you get how black people stay down? We don't never get wealthy because that's the reality. One or two of us is doing what we need to do, so we ain't got to be borrowing and bringing nobody else into poverty. And then you got the whole rest that's living above their means, going broke, having to borrow from those, that you get my point? Live a balanced life of some sort where they make sure they good. In that extra money that they giving away could be going to their talents or their trade of some sort, so they could do more for themselves. But what they could do for more with themselves is going to charity. You lost? Let's say you a parent. You pay your kid's car note and insurance. Why? I don't know. Because it's your kid only. They probably don't even deserve it. But you do that. And because your kid can't take care of their damn self, they old enough to drive, but they don't know how to pay their own car note and car insurance, right? Now because you gotta pay for it, this is why your ass gonna be stuck at work in that cycle. Because that money you putting into their car note could be going into your talent. But it's going there. And ain't nothing wrong with them. And this is, if you look at everybody, this is why everybody don't have the life that they want. Because you got so much hanger-on and hanger-on mentalities. So much living beyond the mean that you can support. In that, when you get to black people, you get the borrowing thing going. In that, do you get my point? Black people take care more than just they self, those that do. And then you got black people that take care of they self halfway and somebody else gonna cover that other half. And then it put us in a predicament where we can't never grow and get past the realities that we be at. Where one person doing good and then the rest is just hanger-ons. That part. If y'all all start taking responsibility for self, everything be good in life. We'll get somewhere as people. You follow? And so if you young, I'm going to give you this jewel before I depart. The difference between a slave, meaning somebody that work a 9-to-5 job, and somebody that got their own business, there's just one difference between them. The person that got their own business, they spent their money on something that's going to earn them money. And the person that work a 9-to-5 job, they buy things that don't earn them anything, so then they have to sell their time. Do you get it? Again, you work a 9-to-5 job. You got material, you got a car, this or that, a gold chain. That part. That could have been money that you was investing into something that's going to earn money for you. You bought something that's going to cost you money. Because it costs you money, now you have to go sell your time or slave to pay it. That part. Had you used that money and bought something that's going to generate money, do you get it? And so if you somebody at work right now bitter, because a lot of y'all come in here like that. You got a 9-to-5 job, I got my own business, now you want to be the great hater that still come to receive. Like I ain't giving y'all a juice to free yourselves from whatever problem y'all claim to have. You don't like that you gotta work? I gave you every juice so you don't have to. And you use none of it. And you got no balance on top of that. That part. You come to my business, taking from my business, bringing my business down. And so y'all make me start to think like, yo, slaves need to deal with slaves, and those that ain't slaves need to deal. You get it? Everybody need to deal with their own. Because y'all respect whatever y'all do. Now respect wherever y'all at in the moment. And so I'll say it again, if you at your job and you miserable, I already gave you the blueprint. Whoever you're taking care of and all that other dumb shit you doing, where you pushing money out on things that don't generate any money coming back in, cut that shit out. And I bet your ass to have your own business or whatever you want by next year. Is that simple? That's the only thing that separate a business owner, whether it's an online business, physical business, anything you could think of. What separate the person that earned their own money, where they can do what they want with their time and work when they want. And have your own business, you're still working. But you have the choice to work when you choose. Meaning, I work tonight from 12 a.m. to 5 instead of 9 to 5 every day. Like that, you have a little freedom to do what you want. Control your destiny. How they got that and how you got the job you got is a simple matter of that. You could refer to me. When I first started teaching, I was on crutches on workers' comp. That means I was working a job like y'all. I got my workers' comp checks. Instead of me going to buy cars and gold chains, y'all watch me put that money in this. I went and bought books and shit like that. That part. Those books generate money for me. They pay for themselves. Do you get it? And I ain't had to clock in for almost 10 years now. That part. I make the same amount of money that I would at a job, a lot of times way more. All from just that. Just redirecting where you spend. Is this going to actually generate money, or is it just going to cost me every day? It's going to cost me every day. Get it out of here. That part. When you get the mind focused on that, say whatever I'm putting my bread into, it need to be generating something. Some of the things you purchase ain't going to generate nothing, but you get it? If the bulk of what you spending your money on got to do with something coming back from it, well, do you get my point? Now, if you just buy things and you get my point, you got a lot of desires, well, you're going to be selling your time. This is how everybody that work a 9 to 5 that hate it got there. They had no idea of what they could put their little bit of money that they do get into that's going to generate the money. They didn't say, let me get this car and then I'm going to get my TLC license and make my own cab company so this car pay for itself and generate me a little bit too. Anything you buy expensive, have that mind. This thing better generate big money because it costs big money. Do you follow? You go buy your mansion, that shit better be generating you big money every month. Otherwise, what you doing? You lost? Who need to live in a mansion? A mansion is big enough for a whole tribe of people. Y'all don't even know that many people. So who actually really needs a mansion? Nobody. But y'all buy it. In that, do you get it? If you gonna buy that shit, it should be generating you money every month. But it costs you big money every month. Not generated. And so do you get my point? If you young, don't get lost into desiring and, oh, I want this and I want that. Know what you want to do. Let that be first. Before you let the mind get lost into, I want this and I want to live like that, know what you want to do. And get to doing that. And investing your time mostly. You ain't got no money like that, maybe. Cool. But you got time. You put the time into that thing. Before you be stuck having to sell your time. That's your life. 8, 9, 10 hours at work that y'all doing, that's y'all life. This not to make y'all feel bad. That shit's crazy. Y'all be getting mad at me and not the system. And I'm mad for y'all at the system because of it. Again, y'all work 60 years. Niggas retire when they 62. They work 8 to 10 hours every day for all those years. Now, waking up, only having enough time to get off work and maybe do one thing or one thing here and there. And they got their weekend just to catch up on sleep. And y'all wonder why people walk around here bitted out their brain, taking a job check, spending it so stupidly. Because after that torture, what do you think gonna happen? Meaning you worked a job, you went and spent your money all dumb, but do you get why? Because of that. Y'all start to realize this is a never-ending, stupid, limited sky that I'm in. I'm gonna make whatever I make every week. It ain't never gonna be more than that. I'm gonna do this till I'm gray and old and retire so they can give me pieces of what I was earning. And that was my whole damn life wasted. And so when I tell y'all these things, it's to save y'all from that. Some of y'all 30, 40, you ain't got to be that. All you have to do is make sense. It ain't hard, it ain't no trick. It's as simple as doing what you already know you're supposed to do, but you just don't want to. You get it? Y'all all already know what I said. You already thought it before, like, man, I need to start spending my money on. You just don't do it. And so when you get to the bottoms of things, wisdom is everything y'all already know that y'all just don't want to accept. And then y'all have to live out that. That's why I tell y'all wisdom got to do with being truthful to self. Again, y'all all have lives that y'all may not like. Those of y'all that do, you have it because of that. You don't want to be real with yourself and accept the reality. That part. And so, if you young, you gonna either sell yourself to this life, meaning you gonna either let life use you or you gonna use life. When I say that, I mean you gonna either spread yourself thin trying to impress everybody you can in life for attention, and you gonna find yourself drained out and burnt out like everybody before you. Where they wasted all their time and all their earnings trying to impress people with materials to never get that acceptance they truly wanted. It's like a dude trying to buy a chick. You know, buy her everything she want, hoping that she love him, and she never did. But she take the gifts. It's like that. It's like playing games with yourself. You want to have all the dope shit so you can impress everybody in life and look like you this big thing in life, but never get that acceptance that you truly want. In that, you be burnt out. Feeling to yourself like, why did I waste my time? I could have just put everything into myself and I could have used that money to make the life that I want. That don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Y'all have to think in that way. If there's nobody to impress or nobody for me to do thing with, I have to make my life still. Do that. Y'all make y'all life like, how can I impress the world? How can I be seen by the world? Y'all don't make y'all life like a kid in the corner that just say, I gotta have something to do every day, so let me start shaping and forming this now. This is why y'all not happy. Y'all put y'all time into getting all the desires and materials y'all can to impress the world, and then y'all forget, oh, I ain't got nothing to do. I didn't plan out that part. That part. You want the new Rolls Royce, right? It's a dope car. Let's say you drive a Honda, you ain't nowhere near getting a Rolls Royce, but so what? You still want one if you can get it. Like that. You get the Rolls Royce, now where you going though? You still got your regular ass life. You thought the Rolls Royce was going to change your life? Like that. Y'all think material's going to change y'all life. Y'all forgetting. You still got to do that part. And after you buy the Rolls Royce, you still have to make a schedule for yourself. Nothing's going to do that for you. That part. The Rolls Royce is not going to make people that don't like you magically like you. They're still not going to like you. Probably more now. It's not going to do anything for you that you expecting and you want it to. And so most of y'all that's young or old, you need to start thinking on that. What do I want to do with my days? And start shaping and forming that reality for yourself. Stop getting lost in the stupid society talk. Where y'all all talking about other people. You get my point? I do this for that person, and I got this and that, and you ain't doing nothing for yourself in regards to you being happy every day and being able to live out every day like if you die that night, it's all good. That part. And so start with what you want to do with your day. You get it? What kind of life you want to live. Don't get lost on YouTube and TV because you're going to get lost on materials. Because that's what they selling y'all. That part. Think on life. What do I want to do? Maybe you somebody, you say, man, I want to wake up one day and go visit this dope mountain that's supposed to be, popular and climb that. And then the next day, shit, I would like to go roller skating. And then the next day after that, I would like to go to this club I heard about. You get it? More than that, you want to shape and form the people you want to do these things with. Meaning y'all forget about everything that matter. The people. And then the plan. You follow? You need the material things after you got that straight. Otherwise, what are you doing with the materials? If you're young, get you some good friends. Lock that down. From there, y'all need to have like things that y'all do outside of y'all work to balance out that. So you don't be all bitter. You work your 8 hours, but at least y'all balance that out. Y'all come together. Y'all make sure y'all always got something good going. We talking about fun. And y'all enjoying each other. And that when one of y'all do get wealthy or get all these desires, now y'all have that to add to what is already glorious. Outside of that, you get my point? You just be a person walking around with big ass chains and big ass cars and a bunch of homes with nothing going on. Nothing to do. But say like, look at me, but nobody care. Unless you let them use it. In that, do y'all get my point? Y'all don't need to chase money and materials. Y'all need to chase like figuring out what y'all want to do in life. From there, you could chase monies and materials that's going to add to that. You follow? Y'all not all famous rappers. A big gold chain and a dope car ain't really got nothing to do with your life. That money could have went to something that fit your life better. Maybe you should have bought a fucking tractor. Maybe you should have bought a fucking RV. Some of y'all are going to buy cars and you need to be getting an RV. You went and got a car note. You should have just got an RV note. Then you could have just rolled all over the place and be situated and have somewhere to sleep and all of that. Again, some of y'all just went and got you a car note on a $40,000 car. You could have got an RV. You the type that need to be out in the world riding around seeing different places. That's your thing. You all riding around in your broke ass, bummy ass neighborhood showing off. Getting nothing out of it. That part. Think on what y'all want to do. Put your things into that. As Lisa said, most of us have to help our families that struggle, and ain't nobody in life struggling. People have hardship moments. Then you got those that just get used to using people, and then that using trickle down. So you say, Cyrus, we got people we got to take care of. Shit, you coming here using my brain up. Like that. So I'm saying, I got all these people that I got to be their brain for them. You get it? Like that. It become a bum party. Where the one using the other and that is one passing it down. You take care of whoever you got to take care of because they struggle. And they struggle's probably been years long now. In that, you pass that struggle this way. You say, I can't really get back and be fair with you, nigga, because I got shit in my eyelids. Shit that ain't got nothing to do with me or nothing. You're not fair on that side, and so you're not fair on this side. Meaning letting somebody take advantage of you is not being fair to yourself. And it's it's equal to if you take advantage of somebody else. That part. Everybody have family. And family supposed to eat and work together. Now y'all have y'all society thing where y'all say like business and family don't go together. That's why y'all ain't got no family. Business and family go together. Family that eat together gonna sleep together. Y'all don't have family because y'all eat over here, then come back over here, picking and plucking, and it becomes sloppy. That part. If the family working together, the family going to die for one another. The same way if y'all work for 50 cents, y'all tell them, I'll die for you. Now do whatever you say. You work with your family, you had that mindset for your family, now everything make hella sense. That part. You got families moving around separate. Like I said, I got a strong family. Everybody y'all separate and dumb. Competing. And already lost and shit. Like that. But together we powerful. I don't think nobody would truly challenge us. I got hella boys in my family. These niggas useless, but hella boys. And I got a nice amount of girls too. Add to that balance. My family is balanced. When you got like equal amount of girls and boys, but they all separate and dumb. That part. And so, hopefully y'all get these Jews, man, and start applying it. More than that, give back. That's my only request. That's my only issue with y'all. Y'all serve too many different masters. In that, y'all can't be fair. You get it? Whoever using you, be unfair to them this week or this moment. And be fair to me. And balance that shit out, I don't know. Figure it out. But you get my point? I don't want y'all to overlook these jewels y'all getting. Everything I said right here, a lot of y'all gonna apply it to your life. You're gonna say, he right, man, I ain't gonna buy that chain I wanted to buy. I'm gonna do something else. And it's gonna work out for you just like I said. And then you're gonna forget where you got that from. A lot of y'all like that. Like I said, some of y'all was on drugs bad. You doing it right now. But you forgot, like, damn, he really the one responsible. It was those small little jewels I got there that really changed everything. And all that other dumb shit I'm lost into ain't really do nothing. That part. Don't overlook nothing that was just said in this last 15 minutes. Because that's everything. In regards to y'all lives and y'all getting on. Otherwise, you're going to be online watching all the extreme dumb shit, stressing yourself out. Y'all watch people that's way beyond where y'all are, and I ain't going to even say they way beyond where y'all are. They promoting whatever they offer, whoever. They promoting wealth to y'all. And then you get it? Y'all get burnt out and bitter. Because who want to see what they ain't got or can't get at the moment? But that's not where the problem starts. It starts when y'all start hating on y'all own. You don't get bitter with the stars you see. Y'all start getting bitter with people in y'all own. You get it? Start to hate on anybody you think gonna transcend over to that side. Not getting truly bitter with that side, all with self. But do you get it? And so, this shit nasty. Lil Rush said, why don't you care about struggling families, sir? I do care about if I have family members that struggle. I just don't. That I know of. If I know, then I know. And if I view them as a family member, because they measure up to that, they're gonna be helped. You get it? That part. If I got to hear about you in the struggle, you're probably not a family member like that, because I don't know. Where you at? Right? And so y'all got to make y'all lives make sense. And I'll figure it out when y'all do, but you get my point? Life ain't about you taking care of people. It's about getting to a place where you could take care of yourself and everybody getting to that place. In that, everybody could come together and lessen everybody's load. Not by using each other, but by putting everything that's worked for together to lessen the load. Family of four, if all four people working, do you get it? They all be paying cheaper rent. Y'all already live together. Like $2,000 divided by 4 is $500 a month a piece. But we got people that's 4 people in a household and only 1 or 2 work. In that, they paying $1,000 a month each. And you get it? It become like that, dumbed out. Where if you look at it and say, if everybody just evolved to be able to fend for themselves, do you get it? The extras could go to opening up an avenue where we ain't got to be slaving and shit like that, and we have extras. And what we do have right now, if we work together, everybody be paying a cheaper. You get it? Y'all all struggling because y'all don't work with your family. Or your family don't work with you, or however it work. But that's why everybody's struggling in the daytimes. They can raise the prices as high as they want. If you working together, meaning a man and a woman, they both got $1,000 a month rent. If they come together and be one, they rent become $500 a piece. Do you get it? He got his own crib, she got her own. If they become one and come in one crib, now they only pay $500 a piece. They both lessened each other's load. He don't have to cook 5 days a week no more, and she don't either. He got 3 days, she got 4. Or she got 3, he got 3, and they gonna eat out one. In that, they lessened each other's load. This is what a relationship is. This is what make a person say, I ain't never leaving this person, because it's so balanced out. Like, everything easier. You know what happened in society? The man pay $1,000 a month, the woman pay $1,000 a month. They come together and one of them pay the rent. The other starts slacking. Then when the one starts slacking, the other one may be paying it. Never both. You get it? This shit deep. Hopefully y'all grasp what I'm saying. When you get with a woman or a man, it should be in that perspective. We coming together to lessen our load. That part. What happens? The one using the other or something like that, and then you get my point? You be stuck arguing about being with somebody that ain't doing what they should. That part. And so family, relationships, everybody got to see the bigger picture, and it start with self. Let's just get to a place where I could carry my own weight. Feed yourself. You get it? Carry your own weight, whatever that may be. And from there, you get my point? You start working together and putting that to a whole. Everybody be good. Everybody want to stunt on everybody else. Everybody don't want to be of equal glory, where we all got access to the same things. It's always the one that want to be above the other. And so you get my point? I'm going to carry on how y'all do. And so I don't ever want y'all to think I don't care about my family. I've done more for every family member that knows me than any of y'all have ever probably done for one person. You get it? There ain't a family member that could say, he never did nothing for me. I can say that. I can go down the line and say, you never did nothing for me. I just look out for you. You get it? And so, family is important, and it's a deep thing when it's how I said. Outside of that, well, family be your worst enemies when you live how y'all do, where the one take advantage of the other and so on and so forth, and this one ain't carrying, they waiting. You get it? That's when the family become turmoil and everybody at everybody's throat. So, if you gonna group together with people, make sure y'all moving together for real. Same with y'all groups. Y'all all join these groups, but then the groups ain't moving together. Everybody getting exploited so the one could look like that person. But move right. This is what it is to be righteous. If y'all can grasp everything from balance and honor, y'all lives will be easy. Meaning if you, whoever watching, and your whole family could just become fair, and y'all work with each other and do everything y'all supposed to do, then y'all lives will be easier. Most people, they like to get bitter about where they at in life and take it out on whoever they can. If you lost, most of y'all be hating on whoever you hating on. And you're only doing it because you don't have, or you not where you feel like you should be in life. And while you doing all that bickering and hating, when you finally get to where you want to be, you get it? You ain't going to be doing all that no more. Meaning it's magically, whatever you was complaining about, magically not going to be important no more. And all your bickering just had to do with your struggling. And so, do you get my point? Everybody got to focus on their self and getting their self to where they want to be. Stop watching everybody else and looking to mimic this person or that person. Your life, your own. You like what you like. Find what that is and you get it. You got family. You start with your family. You're lacking on family. That's when you start to reach out to friends. And you be one with your family, but if your family all sloppy, then you get it. You got friends and you try to make that with them. And if not, well, you get it. There's strangers everywhere. All of y'all got kids. It started with you and a stranger. And that you build your own tribe up. The family you come from, the tribe you come from can't get it together. You can always start your own. Male or female, you can always start your own. Meaning a man and woman come together, they have kids. Now it's real. They family. More family than the family they was born into, truly. And you build on that. You get my point? And so, there's no excuse. Anybody to be bickering around, being bitter, and feeling down on themselves. You can do whatever you want to do for yourself the moment you start taking the itsy-bitsy steps towards it. Other than that, complaining is probably a part of a cycle that you on that's keeping that like that. And so, kind of grass. Now I'm about to depart. Hopefully y'all got something out this. Yeah, you right, Lil Rush. Envy is definitely high nowadays, but try to envious because it's going to bring you into your ego. And most people can't be in their ego and still stay aware. You get lost in it and forget their whole point and purpose. And so you get my point? And if you're young, you need to be putting more time into focusing on yourself, not the world. Otherwise, you put all your focus into the world when you get old. You get my point? You're going to be putting all that focus into yourself, but you're going to be mad when you act. Most people don't pay attention to themselves till they get old, but then they don't like what they see. You say, damn, I kind of been wasting my time in life. That part. It's better to look at yourself before you there. You young, you ain't really do nothing, you got no expectations for yourself. Put all your attention into yourself then. You won't be bit out. But if you wait till after you give yourself to the life and you waste all your time, now you're 45, 50 looking at yourself mad. And this is most people's reality. When they was young, they paid no attention to themselves and where they was truly going. And now that they old, they can't get their mind off themselves. But they don't like what they became and where they at. And so you get it? Their mind be stuck on that. They can't move forward. You young, you make sure you balance out your time. You like to watch online all day? You better put a balance to that. Yeah, I'm going to watch online from 9 p.m. until I fall asleep. Because everything before that time is the time for me to build and create my life. You get it? You got to go earn yourself an income. You got business and things to take care of. You got to free that time out. Otherwise, you be online as soon as you wake up and then you stuck there. How many of y'all missed out on a job interview because you was stuck on a Facebook post or something? You supposed to be doing something. Okay. You balance out your time and you'll be fine. Lisa said, you are definitely a father. Yeah, I've been a father since I was young, you know. Not a daddy or, you know, a baby daddy, all that shit. A father. My concern of my kids is they mind emotional state and making sure they on the right track and they ain't bitter inside. You get my point? I ain't with all the other shit. Whatever you want is what you want, but you got to earn that. You follow? I'm old school. You got to be a good kid. You know how you have like a good parent and a bad parent? Not saying one or the other. I'm saying like you got a parent. Your parent might be good or your parent might be kind of bad. Meaning they ain't that great of a parent. We skip over the kids. Some of y'all are not that great of kids. You don't deserve anything. And you're getting something is the reason why you are becoming more and more like you are. And so I'm like that, old school. You got to be on point. Same way my mama did me. If I ain't go to school, I wasn't gonna get shit. My moms ain't play on that. Ask my sister. Shit, just ask my sister. She'll tell you firsthand. My brother got more shit than me. Cause she gonna tell you like, yeah, I wasn't going to school and shit. And that little nigga used to handle it. He was a little more better than I was in regards to being a good kid, and I was a little older, so I did whatever I wanted. Now, did I get more than my sister? No, of course not. She's the older sibling, so she always got more. But you know, when y'all be greedy, you know, when you old, you be a little greedy. Some of y'all like that now. Me and my sister 3 years apart. She going to high school and things like that before I'm even at that age. So you get my point? I get a pair of Jordans. Here she go. Why you gotta get Jordans? I don't ever get nothing. And you get it? My mom's might have just blessed her with $500 last week or something. But you get it? When you that age going to high school and shit, you need all the fly you can get. And ain't no room for nobody else to be getting fly but you. So, but me and my sister good. I don't want you to get lost. We speak mostly every day. Me and my sister was always tight. The same with me and my mother. I was a mother's boy. We was always tight for the most part. And the older I get, you get it. They my elders, but I'm beyond them in mind now. So I guess we just gotta, you know, you have to become familiar and comfortable with realities. You get my point? Some of y'all got little siblings and things like that. They might become wiser than you or greater than you. And it's going to be hard for your brain to truly get adjusted to that reality. You follow? In that, my mother, I'm just her son to her. She know like, damn, he wise as hell. He didn't get that from me. I don't know where he got that shit from. Like that. But then it become conflicting a little bit. Sister the same way. She older than me, but I'm further along mentally. And so you get it? There's adjustment. Meaning we still close like before, but it's just different now. It's not like, you get my point? I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, family is everything, but you're not truly family if y'all not eating together. Cause you gonna die and defend your food. You follow? Money over here, this person getting money over there, that can cause y'all to have a clash because you gonna back up wherever you eat. You follow? That's why family got to eat together because they're gonna die for each other in that sense. When I was selling dope with my little cousin. Do you get it? Nobody was stronger than us. You know why? Cause I'll die for that nigga. That's my family. And vice versa. There is no freezing up with your family. You say, nah, fuck that, that's not going like that. But you might blow something off if it's just your man. You selling dope with your homeboy and he had a little problem, you say, man, fuck that, man, it's just his time. But you ain't gonna do that with your family. And that, you get it? My cousin wasn't the strongest person in the street. But nobody gonna touch him or nothing like that because they already know she's gonna come out here bugging the fuck out. That's his cousin. That's not his buddy. That's not one of these other dudes out here. That's going to go to a different extreme. And so it's the same with any of my other partners that was hustling in that way with their family. You already know I don't want to do nothing to him because his crew is his actual family. And so do you get it? They can't just let that slide. You don't have to worry about your family so much stealing from you. Maybe they do, but you get my point? It ain't gonna be to a point of a stranger. And so, like I said, man, if you eat with your family, it's gonna bring y'all close. If y'all don't eat together, y'all gonna start to go y'all own ways. When me and my cousin was eating together, the whole family was together. When me and him went our separate ways, the whole family was dispersed, kind of like that. You have to eat together because you're going to ride and die for whoever you eat with. Meaning y'all gonna protect y'all plate. If your plate with your family, do you get it? It bring y'all bond closer. When you get older, everything become money and bills. That part. If you and your family got business and work together, y'all always got something to talk about. Me and my cousin, we used to talk about business only. You follow? Outside of that, ain't nothing really happening to talk about. Meaning you got a brother and a sister. Do y'all got anything to really talk about? No. It get been family for so long, y'all talked about everything already. But if y'all was eating together, then the conversations become endless. They come, hey, what you think about this right here? And maybe we could do this, and you get it? It make y'all conversations become endless where y'all always have new things to talk about. Because y'all eating and moving together. Y'all strategizing together for each other. That part. You eat over there, they eat over there. Like I said, you family, well, y'all know each other's already. What is there to really talk about? And that when y'all get off work, y'all ain't desperate to say, let me call my mama and let me call my siblings. Like, what is there to talk about, really? I'm tired. I'll wake up in the morning. I already know what they gonna say. We talked 50,000 years already. Do you get it? But if y'all work together, you say, nah, I got to call them because I got to tomorrow shit. And so if anything, you want to try to make it where you and your family have reason to stay close. You follow? If y'all got to eat together, whatever the case may be, you want to always think on that. How do I keep the family close? When you're young, you don't really need your family. You do. But you don't feel that way. You follow? When you get older and you truly see what friends are, so maybe you got 1, 2, or maybe 3 left, then you understand family important. My family can be my friends. I'm not speaking on me. I've always made my family my friends. You get my point? I'm not somebody to scurry truly outside of that. Again, I was selling dope with my little cousin. I put him on as my partner, not my friend. My friends was more qualified. They was gangbanging with me and all that before he even came along. But once my cousin came along, he come before all of them. You gonna be my partner. And I'll just teach you, nigga. And they already know what to do, but I can trust you. You family. You follow? You gotta eat with your family. Otherwise, y'all gonna be separate, man. And once that happen, once you a stranger, you gonna be that, if that makes sense to y'all. And so, Lil Rush said, what about toxic family? A toxic family or any family problem just got to do with conversation. And some people don't want to accept when they in the wrong, but you get it? Deal with what ain't toxic. You don't have to be the whole family, but 2 of the family could bring the whole together. Maybe 3 together could bring the rest together, but you get it? You have to start somewhere. You have to be real all the way. And so, look at it like this. Nobody can't snake you out or piss you off or do you dirty except your family. You feel me? Once you get that in your mind, you don't never need to look outside of that. A stranger could do all those things to you, but you don't know them, so you're not going to view it as a snake in a no sort. You're not going to hold it so dear to you. Isn't that the only person that can really affect you is a family member, because you expect, and you get it? You uphold them to something different. You don't expect them to do that. And that you got to grasp. They the only ones that can. It's only going to come from them. So now what you going to do? Meaning you got a family. Your family gonna snake you or something because they the only one that can. But then what you gonna do after that? That part. You gotta forgive them at some point, as long as they understand they wrongs and y'all can move forward on the right accord. A family member snaking you or doing something bad to you don't matter if they get the wrong in their ways. They might help y'all be better. They did the wrong thing. They fully get where they went wrong. Now y'all can move together, right? If they don't see the wrong in their ways, then you get it. You keep that space and that distance from them, but you don't have to feel bitter. Most people get bitter because they say, that's my family, how they could snake me out like that. Nobody can snake you out but your family, so you don't ever have to let the mind go to that. Because that's what makes the feeling extreme. You're not mad with your family because they did this or that. You're mad because you view them like they shouldn't have. They my family. Once you understand, well, a stranger couldn't have did that, it wouldn't have had that effect. If the stranger did what my family did, it wouldn't have had the effect. That's a stranger. I expect niggas to do what they do. If it was a friend, you say the same thing, man. Friends could be fake. I expect it. Whatever. If you have that mindset for your family, well, the only people that could do me dirty is family. They the only ones close enough that can. Then you got to know in this life you're going to get snaked out and betrayed at some point. And it's going to come from somebody close. And this is just something that y'all have to overcome. That's what's going to show if y'all solid or not. In regards to each other. Say, was them two motherfuckers solid like that? Or that group of people solid like that, really? Well, you'll see when they have their issue. Do they overcome it? Or do it overcome them? Where they be done. And so you get my point? When I look back at my little cousin, I say we wasn't really... You get it? The relationship was lopsided. It wasn't real. And he got no choice. Type of thing, if that makes sense. Meaning the love ain't equal. He dependent. It's like I always tell y'all, you ain't got no choice but to respect me. And that when I'm walking in the streets, I get a little love. I can't say it's real respect. Y'all ain't got no choice. In y'all own mind, like if I disrespect this nigga, he might knock me out. Blood got hands, I don't know what he gonna do. In that, y'all nice to me and y'all respect me in person, but I can't say it's real, really. Because I know y'all scared. Y'all don't have no choice but to respect me. In that, do you get it? It don't mean anything. And so, like I said, everybody have to be dependent. And if this family member dependent on that family member, then do you get my point? It just make for all the things to be, you know, like they shouldn't be. I have to depart. I'm getting raining out. You know, talking a lot. Kind of dry your mouth out. Start drying your eyes out. But just look at it like this. Everybody got a complaint against a family member. So that should show you right there that everybody need to get their shit together. You get my point? Whatever you complaining about, if that's all it took to break up you and your family, well then you get it, you ain't shit and just move on from there. You follow? When you in a relationship with a woman or a man and all it took for y'all to break up was somebody told you a rumor that they cheated maybe, or this small thing or that. Hold it for what it is, man. Y'all wasn't really solid like that anyway, so ain't nothing to worry about. Things gonna happen in life. You have to accept the reality. I don't have no bitterness or no anger built up about anything in life, and I'm able to kind of, you know, live my life and come teach y'all. I don't have that thought in mind where I'm like, fuck everybody and you get it? I'm gonna help people till I die. That's what I do, but now let's be a little more wise with who I help. But when you expect the reality and you get it, room to get bitter, things gonna happen. And they either gonna be what they be or they not, but you still gotta live after that. Ain't nothing to hold on to. You get it? Your family member gonna either be true to you or not, and time will reveal that, and that's that. Same with your friends. Time will reveal if your friends is true. If they not, then they not. You follow? Once y'all don't feel like y'all have to control everything and y'all just take things as they come, accepting the reality for however it is, there ain't nothing to be bitter about. You only be bitter when you got expectations and feel like you control and it have to be how you want it. Then you're gonna be bitter. But if you accept it, like it's gonna be whatever it be, and I just got to, come to terms with the reality. Some realities is harder to come to terms with, but overall, I gotta come to terms with things and just accept, whatever is whatever, and grow from it. When I say grow from it, not becoming scarred and blocked off, but just grow from it. See your wrongs in a thing and you get it, grow from it. Whatever situation you in, even if you get did dirty, there's mistakes you made. Like that. Grow from it. Don't make the same mistakes towards another. When I say mistakes you made, I don't mean like when you're so bittered out in your brain you didn't do nothing. And so you say like, you think your mistakes is like things that you did to allow it to happen. No, I'm talking about things you did wrong that might not have even been brought up. But catching your wrongs. You may not be the wrong one in the situation, but in the relationship, everybody got their wrongs and rights. Whether friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, catch your wrongs. So you be better on the next go round. You get it? Always grow from a situation by reflecting on self. We be reflecting on other people like that's gonna better us. How the hell is me reflecting on you doing me wrong gonna make me grow? You get it? That ain't gonna make me grow, that's gonna make me mad. You did me wrong, I'm reflecting on you doing me wrong. How's that gonna make me grow? I ain't you. Your wrongs is your own wrongs. You can't learn off nobody else's wrongs. Only your own. You find your wrongs, then you can find reason for their actions, and that may give you peace. But all start with self. That's why I said it's a deep thing, and you grasp it, then you can learn it and apply it. I get what you're saying. You're saying like the stages is different. You can hear a thing but not receive it. You can receive a thing but don't necessarily apply it. All is stages. You're gonna hear a thing first, it's gonna sit there. At some point, meaning you might hear a thing and blow it off. At some point, you accept it, but you still don't live it. At some point, you start living it, and you get my point? It's a process, but most people rushing through life. And this is why most people look back in their life when they get old and be like, damn, I don't even know where the time went. Or it's rushing through it, not taking the moments out, enjoying the small little things, And so, like I said, I'm getting dried out. Whew. I actually put in some work for that. Now I'm gonna depart. Hopefully y'all grasp that. Hopefully y'all kind of, try to be good with your family. You don't have to force anything. You don't want to do that. That's just gonna cause more problems. Sometimes space is good. You give a person to realize whatever they bickering about is completely dumb. Sometimes it might not. Meaning space may show you that a person just throwed off all on their own. A person got a problem with you. You separate yourself from them 5 years later. They still got a problem. You're like, damn, how can you have a problem and I ain't around you no more? And now that they just one of them people that like to have problems. They'll just hold on to anything. A problem seeker. If you that person, you don't want to be that. If you somebody dealing with that, you get my point. You have to become aware. Some people like that. They gonna hold on to any problem they can have. It's like I said, some of y'all got that victim problem. Where you think if you prove like the world did you wrong, you gonna get something for it. You know you not, but I don't know how that happens in the brain. And that's your whole thing, is to prove to everybody you was did wrong about whatever you can. Nobody cares. You have to just get adjusted to where you can't be done wrong anymore. And that's going to happen when you live balanced, meaning fair. Y'all get done wrong because y'all let people take advantage of y'all. Meaning y'all let people be unfair with y'all. Maybe you like them more than you should, so you allow it. Now be fair with self so you can be fair with others. Everything starts with self. If you unfair to yourself, you're going to be unfair with others. Meaning if you let people use you and shit like that, it's going to trickle down. If you don't love yourself right, you can't love somebody else right. What sense that make? You're going to love people according to how you love yourself. You're going to treat people according to how you treat yourself. You get my point? I can't expect you to respect my sneakers if you dog yours out. You just step on my foot and I really care. Like that. People going to be however they are with they self. And that, it all starts with self. You got to love yourself right. You got to be fair with yourself. You got to be honest to yourself. From there, these things can project out onto others. You follow? He said you can talk him for a while now, Solace. Y'all can listen in pieces. You get my point? It's like a job for me. I come in, I do my time. Meaning the speaking, I'm just putting in time. I ain't like I'm coming on here every day. You get my point? And so, I should be on this bitch for 8 hours. I'm supposed to be on here for 8 hours. Like a real job, but that's never gonna happen. Now, I said let's pray for Palestine. Y'all be wanting to pray for everything that ain't got nothing to do with itself. But visit the website. Get the dope sweaters, yoga mats, fly hats, you know. I got socks, soap. I already told y'all I got everything. I'm about to start. I got the It's a Deep Thing flat screen televisions coming live because I don't play games. Whatever y'all buying, I got it. No excuses. Go. You like candy? But I'm about to have the It's a Deep Thing Snicker bars, paydays, all of that. Bags of chips, water. You feel me? Kotex. Don't play with me. You had those grass Kotex. Tampons, nigga. Me. I don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I'm past y'all in swag. Now I gotta depart. Salam. I'm gonna cop that flash when you lying.